Hey guys. Well, hello. Hey everybody. Oh my god. I'm hoping you guys are okay. The live is called Who is Up? For real, for real. I just woke up. And I woke up and I checked my phone and apparently I missed a lot of stuff tonight. I was here red balling through Ronnie Q's live that she did a while ago. Shoot. Oh no, this was hold on. You mean to tell me? Oh, YouTube. Okay, so I just got up and I don't know if I missed like anything. Hi, Vibrant. Well, Vibrant, you're always on the streets. I just got up. I went to bed so early this evening. I got up, I thought it was, a whole nother day. Okay. I got up and I thought it was like a whole nother day. You hear me? But anyways, um I was just roaming the streets. I was watching Red Balling through Ronnie Q's live from this morning and stuff. I am not sure like what the hell is going on. Vibrant is laughing at me. Listen, I needed it, right? Because I went to bed late last night too. Right. So I got up this morning, got up a while ago, and I'm like, okay, it's time to like get ready to, start my day and stuff. When I looked on my time, it was not saying the same thing. So I see Ronnie Q has a live scheduled for tomorrow. I was in her chat. I was in her last live scrolling through. I am seeing that a few people are live, but I decided I'd come live. I don't necessarily care to not go live because somebody else is live. As far as I'm concerned, we all own our own channels and we all pretty much go live when we want to, you know. Um since yesterday, I haven't really heard much about what happened, in this little area that we frequent. I have not heard any big, whoop, according to big whoop, like Jay Wilson says, about the situation with what's her name? TMO and King Roman News. I haven't heard much from Tia, but I see that she has a live scheduled, so maybe I'll catch that. Um I didn't go to too many lives yesterday because I get pretty much bored of seeing and hearing the same thing over and over. I think when I think I saw. Does anybody know? Vibrant, you may know because you may have been over there. What Brooke's show was like tonight because I had set my notificate. I had set. She was supposed to have a debate, but I don't know what the debate was about. Can you tell me if it went smoothly or not? How did it go? You know, I would like to know how that went and if this is going to be a new show that happens. But apart from that, I don't know what else happened. Um, it was a big success. Cool. What was the debate about? Can you tell me? Here I am asking all these questions. And was the debate about beef sector stuff or just like general topics? She had 400 in the chat. That's cool. She got some support. That's cool. Yes, I don't know. Like when I saw it, I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like a debate over, current events or, whatever. But if 400 were in the chat, that means it was beef sector. Really? Several topics that did not include beef sector? Well, that's good. And 400 people were there? Okay. Okay, okay, got you. That's really good. Does anybody know if chat rep changed her mind about meeting up with Sassy? I would like to know. Listen, this morning I put something on my community wall. Oh, she got okay, so she got okay, cool. Okay. Well, at least she's getting the support. Okay. What I really wanted to hear about today, that didn't occur, so I guess I'll still listen out to see what else happened. As far as I know, like before I fell asleep, there's nothing really that happened. I guess that's that on that. You know who came to my mind today? Hi, Talon. How are ya? Jay Dunn has me saying this. I don't know why. I just found it so funny when she come find it so funny when she comes on somebody's panel and she says, "How the hell are ya?" I'm just saying. Uh, But anywho, I digress. Byron says Brianna shouted her out, so a lot came from there. Okay, that's. Oh, you're up there, Jay Dunn. Hey, Jay Dunn. How the hell are ya? How are ya? I don't know why I took that one up and I have not been able to drop it. You hear me? I find it hilarious. I don't know. There's just something. Hey, foot soldier. Hi, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Um, Thank you for coming up last night, foot soldier, and coming and kicking it back with me. We were pretty much talking about some of the stuff that we observed. This morning, I saw somewhere somebody shared the live, or it just came up in my feed. It's one of the what they call the Umar guys. You're doing good. Okay, good to know you're doing good. Foot soldier, girl, I just woke up a few minutes ago. I had like a really good sleep. I did get some rest, so that's why I'm up here. And apparently I can start doing my night lives again like I used to. I'll be here, doing my own thing, minding my own business over here and drinking water. I can be here. Hey, I'm watching from Cloud9. Good to see you. How the hell are ya? Can anybody tell me? And notice I'm asking questions and I'm not saying what happened. Can anybody tell me if you watch which one of the guys was it this morning? It's one of the two because those are the only two I know. What was Shakim doing this morning when he was showing the his YouTube analytics? Does anybody know? For those who watch, I'm not subscribed, so I only see them if somebody shares them out or they come in my feed. But I don't know. I just wanted to know because I just wanted to see the direction this is going. Mm. Oh, you don't watch Shakim? Ooh, not Shakima. Foot soldier, I have a clock. This internal clock, girl. I get up at 5, 4:30, anywhere in between that, because I start my day really early. I tend to do more when I get up early in the mornings. Yeah, and that's why I can be present for some of those early morning live streams. So I'll be mostly up there in the bushes listening. Especially when King Roman used to go live a lot more because he used to do his morning shows. So I would be there, but I don't always type in the chat, but I'll always be listening in. But I don't see him doing those morning lives again. He's doing a little bit more beef sector material, as I think he did one show yesterday, or was it the day before? His regular. But I'm normally up, so I normally catch like the morning live. So I'll have that while I'm getting myself ready and stuff, or if I'm driving, I'll be listening and stuff. Jaden says Zula keeps sneaking out of his bed, trying to be nosy. Look at that, right? I guess I'm not the only one who doesn't go over there. I tried once to watch Shaquem, only once. Um, but when I got there, I just for the first maybe 10 minutes or so, it was just all music, music, music. I think it was him that was rapping or perform. Let me use the word performing. That's what I saw, and then I'm like, okay, let me go out and come back. You know how Ness does her long, her long intros. Oh my god, her long openings, and I'm like, okay, I'll be back. When I went back, there was still music, and I'm like, okay, I know I've heard. Hold on. Okay, I am back. Okay, so I was saying that it's normal. I've heard somewhere on here before. I don't remember who said it that if you go the first 10 minutes, you got to clear the first 10 minutes to be able to monetize your video. So some people, that's what they do. They like play music or do their intros or talk to their peeps before for the 10 minutes, so that I don't know if it's true, but I don't know if that has anything to do. You know with that. I don't know. I'm just saying, but those long intros are something else. You could, whenever certain people are going live, that you could go out, get some stuff done, and be back in like 10, 15 minutes because nothing has started. And it's really something else. I'm just saying. What can you guys who say you don't watch him? Can you give me the reasons why you don't watch him? And I'm also going to drop my link. I'm also gonna drop my link. I think I could handle coming back here at nights like I used to. Maybe if I do get my sleep in first or something, girl, because I'm not losing no sleep over on YouTube. Two persons so far says they don't watch him. Talent says he's a lying bum. I dropped my link. Are my link watchers counting? I should drop it just for the fun of it again. One behind the other. Here goes my link again. Analytics, come on, do your job. Okay, so Jaden says he was trying to teach the audience about housing the beef sector algorithm. Jaden, that's the part that I came and saw. The part that I saw, because I didn't click on it, you could still, if somebody shares the video or it's in your live stream, it actually shows what the person is doing. So that is what I saw when I was there. He was showing what I saw him click on was he was showing where the traffic was coming from, so you could see every single person, like he would say, those who are watching your channel, they came from here, or they also watch this channel. And almost everyone, well, everyone actually, were beef sector content creators who, you know they are the ones who are watching him. So all they did was come over here and pretty much have the name of the different beef sector content creators over here, or the topics surrounding the beef sector, and pretty much got people to start going over there. You know. Okay. So did his teaching work, Jaden? So I didn't really click on it. Vibrant says, I don't mind the Omarians, but I don't find them particularly interesting, so I'm only subjected to seeing them here in the beef sector. Okay, I got you. We've been seeing a lot of them, and I'm not averse to hearing them. Well, learning of other people, but I'm not. I don't even have. There's just 24 hours in the day, and after I've watched so much of or being able to peep into some of the beef sector CCs that I support, I don't have time to add new people to it. I'm sorry. Hey, Dovey, how are you? I think I saw a title on your thing because you were saying, let me get some stuff straight. I didn't get to watch it though. TC, hey, good to see you, TC. And TC, I promised you something and I have not fulfilled my promise yet. Girl, that's not good. Yeah, I just saw, I just saw it by already. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why, but I haven't really been interested, so I haven't gone to watch them. And in my real life, I don't follow the crowd. That's just my thing. So I've never been the type of person who follows like a group of people. Okay, this is what everybody's doing, so I have to do it. This is what is in fashion right now, so I have to be in the latest fashion with everyone. You know, this is the latest trend. Oh, I have somebody in the background. Let me make sure it's her. So while I get ready to bring the person up, I have just never been interested in going with the crowd. It's just never been my thing. So even here, because they become a hot topic, it doesn't mean they are a hot topic for me. Just because everybody's talking about them doesn't it makes me even less interested. Is that you? Hello?
Hi, Carrie. How in the hell are ya?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for opening the door for me.
Oh, no. How I'm good, Jada. I like hearing you say that. I am doing well, and how are you? The door is open for you. Okay.
Okay,
How are
now
you?
now don't let dirty church shoes come in and close it. But I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Ooh. Well, Jada, you said that, but I don't see myself ever taking anything to drop anyone or bring anyone on here. I don't. That's not my ministry, not my type of thing. I don't play those type of games. You know, I like money, but I don't want it that way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I get it, and I appreciate that. And yeah, Carrie, yeah, I'm actually up because Zulu keeps sneaking out. It was it was some people that must have been walking on the sidewalk that was talking. And it got
Hmm.
him up in the uproar. And now he think that it ain't bedtime no more. He doing the
Oh,
most.
you have to understand that like dogs, their ears are really sensitive and their nose. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to keep that in mind, and they are just always alert, always hearing stuff. So yeah,
Right. And
Zulu is
that's what
not a
he had to
baby
do.
anymore. He's a guard dog and everything. He's man in the fort.
Girl, he done patrolled this house so many times and ain't nobody up in here but me and him.
Instincts. That's his instincts to hear and
Right.
alert you when people are close by and stuff. Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I came up here to tell you about that algorithm discussion.
Okay,
So
please,
I
please enlighten my darkness. Go ahead, girl.
so I didn't learn anything new, and I was not at Shakim's whenever I saw it. It was actually Cole's, unless he did it all over again on his own channel. But this morning, a Cole's, he called himself
I'm sorry, hold on,
educating.
hold on. You said it was
Mhm.
Code who did it and not Shakim?
No, Shakim did it, but Shakim shared his screen on Codes this morning.
Okay.
Unless,
So that's where
yeah,
I saw it. Okay, thank
okay,
you. Okay.
you're welcome. And so he called himself Educating Code and MBK on how to get into the B sector algorithm. So he was essentially talking to an audience full of B sector people about how to get into the algorithm. It
The
was very
irony.
interesting.
Okay.
Right?
So
So,
so their audience is beef sector and they're over there telling people like this is what you need to do to get in beef sector. Okay. I'm following. I'll mute. Go ahead.
yes. So that's why you saw him sharing his analytics and everything and showing how many people watch him that watch Jay Wilson and how many people watch him that watch Tracy, how many people watch him that watch Timothy Blaine. He was just going through all of the people that watch him. And he thought that he was educating us as if we don't already know how to get into the algorithm. I kind of
Yeah.
chuckled at that, but it just lets me know that he felt like he was a man teaching us something, you know?
And it also makes me. I have someone in the back. Hold on, real quick, Jaden. Is that you? Who's at my door?
Hello.
You know what? Let me put. Oh, okay. Hey, Talon.
Hi, Carrie. Hi,
How the hell
Jade.
are ya?
How
I
the
do
hell
like
are you, talent?
I do like when JD does that. That is. I mean, it is because it's the corniest thing you could possibly hear out of J Dunn, and I'm like, I just start smiling when she does it.
Me too.
Oh,
But
but
no,
hey, talent.
hey JD. No, continue on. Um,
But yeah, so he was just teaching, which I think he thought he was teaching code in them. Because remember, they having their meetings over their code fam. Because they trying to get over here. So that's why he was sharing his screen to show everybody how to get over here to the B sector.
That is crazy. So, and it also tells me, just like I thought before, that they already had their plan. They already had their plan. I'll still stick to what I saw the other day and I pointed it out. They're like, trust the process because they already had it planned. It was their strategy. They knew what they were doing and they saw how easy it was. Not to say that, it's not okay for new people to do their own content, but it just goes to show that they saw something that they think they could conquer. They already watched a few CCs over here and strategize saying, okay, this is what we're going to do, this is who we're going to go and sit on their panels or be cool with, and do the whole take over. But there's nothing to take over because people go where they want to go. But I digress. Go ahead, Talent.
Peace to the Pan Africanism, the Swahili countries, the northeastern Ethiopians. Hello. Hey, but no, listen.
Trying to wait. Can you hear me?
I'm having
Oh,
my
your mic, something happened a while ago. I don't know what happened.
yeah. No,
W-
it's
oh,
ports and
now we can
you.
hear you. You just went really loud a while ago, but go ahead.
Oh wow, I'm gonna be real still because believe it or not, I'm using these headphones that are like $30 headphones, real cheap, and there must be a sword in it. So if I move around just a little bit, all of a sudden it's crackling. I can't hear anything, or it gets loud on your end. So I'm like sitting here like a statue right now. I hope you appreciate that. Uh, and I'm just and I'm just talking. But look, let me tell you something. I wanted to look. I want to look to see how many are in here now. 13. Yeah, because for whatever reason, because like I like these intimate platforms, the smaller platforms. I just love it. There's not a lot of cloud chasers, but lately, no matter wherever the smallest crevice of YouTube I go to, these Umarians seem to find me. They're stalking me worse than they're stalking Sassy. I was on T Velocity's platform yesterday, and it was a nice, small, intimate crowd. They were talking, Ronnie Q and T Velocity and others were talking about the Umar boys. And I said, wait a minute, let me hop on the platform and give my perspective. And I gave them a perspective of how I was conflicted about watching the Umar boys, not Sakim, because Sakim is a clown. So I remove him from that. When we're talking about the Umar boys, we're talking about D Durrell, Binary Code, and we're talking about MBK Crypto. And technically, he's not an Umar boy. He's ZX's right hand man, his
Oh,
co-host.
the NBK person.
Yeah, but he saw
Oh,
an opportunity to clout chase and get some
okay.
attention to get farther than ZX uh, got when he was trying to get into the beef
To,
sector.
to
So
penetrate over here.
yeah, so he came on the coattails of the Umar boys. So I lump him in with that. But I'm conflicted because the thing is in the morning time, in that particular hour, there's really nothing happening. First of all, let me put it this way: the time they come on, I'm usually asleep the first hour and a half of their live. But when I get in, it's kind of refreshing to hear Code and MBK talk about things from a male's perspective, because they usually have three men sitting up on the panel talking about
Okay.
female,
Oh.
predominantly female sector. So I told them before that they need to incorporate a female, perhaps Brianna or somebody with good sense on that platform, but they chose to continue with their nonsense. They think it's working for them. They don't realize they're a shiny new toy. And when it really comes down to it, they don't have any real content of their own. Their content is to critique the content of the beef sector. Very,
Mm.
very, it's very kind of meta, and it's like I said, I do like to hear their perspective because as a straight man, these are straight men talking about the beef sector and
And
talking
then
about
maybe
their,
because they're new people, you like to hear hear it
yeah,
from
it's
their
fresh,
perspective,
it's
right? So
fresh,
it's fresh
but
and different. But they don't know everything. But keep
right,
going.
yeah, but the problem was when I started talking about this, because they have uh their agents. And this is how deep this gets with these weirdos. They have these agents who are just spread out over the beef sector, taking notes on people's lives, no matter how small, no matter how large, and it's crazy. So that's why I was just checking in my phone to see if we had yeah, we're getting up to 17. If we get to 20, that means that by that time they have got the word that I'm on here. So I'm talking about how it's conflicted because I do like certain aspects of them, but on the same hand, I just decided to start listening to the other people of their community. The umbrella group is called the Sector, SEKTAH, says Secta, and then they have the subgroup, the Code Fam subgroup under the Sector. But the Sector is comprised of many different groups, a lot of incels, a lot of manosphere behavior. And so when I started
Ooh,
exploring those,
incels.
oh yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, well,
Oh
well,
wow.
well, you surprisingly, what you don't know, one of the incel you'll be familiar with is a classic one, is the clown I was just talking about.
I was
The
gonna
yeah,
say it. I
the
was because
secure
I
guy.
wonder
Yeah,
I don't
he's
even
not. No, no. Well,
he
first of
kind of
all, let me.
strikes me if it does that, but I didn't want
Yeah.
to say it. But
Well,
I'm
well,
listening.
I think he's an incel, but I think he's leaning more towards being fluid, if you know what I mean. Because
Uh,
what's been exposed, and I'm going to get back on track. I want to deviate somewhat, but what's been exposed, there's this guy named Kip, uh, that it's his. You know how that old creep in New York or wherever he was from that helped out Rico, but he wasn't helping him out of a humanitarian spirit. It was more lewd and nefarious. It was, he wanted to be, you know, Rico's sugar daddy. So we have this in play here. There's a guy who bankrolls Sakim. I know this all sounds unbelievable, but this is what has happened with the social media in 2024. So this guy bankrolls this clown, Sakim, gives him $1,000. It's been talked about. I don't know if you heard about it. Gives him like this allowance to uh, penetrate the the beef sector and to use the money to help ingratiate him with the beef sector content creators. Now, has this been successful spreading the money around? Yes, because you have to understand that a lot of content creators, they're not like Sassy. You understand? She doesn't need the money, and you can't really entice her with money. Now,
mhm.
on the same hand, I don't knock the content creators who take the money from these clowns, but the reason why, because some ask, well, why is it a problem if women go over there and watch them or are entertained by them? And here's the issue. The problem is that sector is, they call women B words, black this. Women need to know their role. They're on that type of plane. They're
Pretty much like the manosphere, huh?
well, that is they. They are part of the
A
manosphere, which is
subset. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So what you have to understand when you listen to them and Cole, and this is why I'm talking about this now. So the alert came out. I'm on T Velocity, spreading the gospel, the truth. And of course, they wanted to contradict it because they saw that the women were listening and they were having this epiphany, this aha moment. So what they did, and I don't knock them for it, it was very clever. After I got off the platform, they came in. They said, "Oh, he's just trolling. He just likes trolling us. We troll him. We throw each other under the bus to minimize the impact of what I had stated." Now, the smart women in that audience knew what was going on. Corio said, "Do you see what they're doing?" I said, "Yeah." I said, hopefully no one believes what they're saying. They try to make it look like I'm friends with them. Like this is some type of game that we have going back and forth. Now, do I troll them? Yes, I troll them, but I'm not trolling them as a friend. I have no, I don't, I'm not, I basically what they're calling trolling is me insulting them, but I don't. The trolling part comes in. I don't take it. I don't have
You
any
don't miss
hatred.
the opportunity.
No, 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 it's not that. I don't have any hatred. I talk the worst shit about these clowns because they're clowns, but I like them. So that's where the whole conflict comes in. These are clowns. The one guy, the code guy, the doctor who is a doctor. I don't want to knock it, but he comes from a university that's on Reddit. There's a lot of conversation if you just type in his university about it being a diploma mill. If you just type in Grand Canyon University and Reddit and diploma mill, yeah, you'll see large conversations, people talking about how easy it is to get into the school or how you can get a quick degree or how, some students, uh, doctoral candidates have paid undergraduates to write their thesis, these type of things. So we know exactly who
Hmm.
Code is, and then his wife. I assume the wife was the moneymaker because what I think is Code is an adjunct professor. He works a couple hours of the day. He gets paid, and my friends who are adjunct professors, they make about $125 when they work at small colleges that are similar to what Code works at. So he works for 3 hours a day, and the rest of the day he's really caught up in this YouTube nonsense. So what I'm trying to say here is that expressing this conflict on different platforms, they quickly want to dismiss whoever is talking about it, to either outright say, this guy's lying or he's trolling or something like that. Nothing to substantiate their claim that somebody is lying or crying. Then he approached me in the chat. He said, "When did I, this is code, mind you, when did I ever say anything misogynistic?" Uh, and I told him, I didn't hear you personally on the platforms, but I heard the people that are following you around, that you're bringing in one by one into this sector. I've heard them say things. I've heard other people in your community that you come from say blatantly. And let me give you an example. And I know I'm talking a little too much, but Uppity had Black Rampage 2 on. And Black Rampage used to, well, comes on Ness. I don't know if he's still alive. He gave the impression he was a smooth talking brother, had his shit together, and had, like he was a little bit different. He wasn't like these other, see, because they like to throw each other under the bus. Because they're trying to fool the beef sector that like they have this hatred for one another. But don't be fooled by that nonsense. They all are working in unison. Now you'll have one talk shit about the other in the chat, then they'll be allowed on the platform to talk shit back and forth. Then they go back to their back channels deep into the sector community, and they talk about their plans and everything right out in the open because they don't trust each other to really do much talking on the phone or on IG or anything like that. So
Hmm.
it's really complex what they're doing, but what they're doing, it made me think about, why would you spend so much energy and money, waste your
Money.
money like this? Because I mean, just money. I'm like, you're just burning through money for. So then this Black Rampage. Last night he's on uppity. And then finally his true character came out. His manosphere character came out. he's talking to Q Robinson, who he thinks is a guy. There was so much going on in Uppity's life that somebody needs to just do an analysis of the
I
whole
didn't
lot.
get to watch the whole thing, but I was watching Ronnie Q's live a while ago. She was talking a little bit about what happened. The only thing I caught on there was that whole thing with King Roman News and what's her name, TMO. That's the only thing. But I'm hearing it was a really good live, but it's 6 hours, so I would have to go back and watch everything to like
Yeah.
really catch what
w-
happened.
Well, this Heat and Ness got into it,
Lord
so
have
they're
mercy.
they're back with their nonsense. Every time I think that all of it is a play, they go so low with one another. Then I'm like,
Mm.
oh, it can't be a play because you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say that to somebody. I don't
But
care
how
if it's
many
a play.
times have they done this
Right?
and then they're cool again and they want
Exactly.
everybody to forget? They do it
Exa-
on a
Exactly.
live stream. They do it on other people's
Yeah.
panels. They do it on Ness's channel. So and they still get back together when they're done. So like whenever they come with anything like that, I just think it's a play. I don't know. I don't take it seriously. I still in the back of my mind think that they're gonna be back cool.
No,
And
so Carrie,
how can you be
hold on,
back
Carrie.
cool with someone
Carrie,
after they
Carrie, hold on. I want you to look at your numbers are rising, so that means that they're in here. They're listening. They're taking notes. I'm just waiting to see which one they're gonna have pop out, because there's always one of them's gonna pop out, but we'll see. But look, go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to interject that you were talking. I was rude. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna be no. Go ahead, Talon. That's okay.
Okay, okay. So let's get to this black back
What
to black
talent?
brand. Oh, go ahead, JD.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you've noticed yet that Shakim greets Ness. I guess he's speaking patois or something because now he knows that she is Haitian
Let me
and he is calling her
What?
his Haitian princess.
Haitian Creole.
uh, let me let
Yeah.
me let me tell you about this because there is a conspiracy, and again, I don't put any validity to it, but I just want to put it out here. There is this conspiracy because there's a lot of eerie similarities between Sakim and Lemon, and it even got to the point where people have said that they even kind of favor each other, and they look alike. So what I mean by this is Lemon and uh, Sakim, they have kind of vacuous personalities, and I like Lemon, so this isn't a knock on him. But Lemon plays a role, or it's who he is. But kind of like a dingy. Think of a dingy blonde if it was a male, a black male. That's what you would think of Lemon and Sakim. They have no personality of their own, but what they do is they're like sponges. They absorb a lot of information to the point where you don't even know who the real person is behind Lemon and Sakim. I mean, Sakim goes with this deep voice personality, then he'll go into a sassy, fluid character. Then he'll go into like he's this pro black person. And Lemon is the same way because he's doing his accents and it's just a part of him now.
Oh,
He'll
aren't they similar?
yeah,
Aren't they?
yeah, and Lemon will just start. He'll do you imitate a Baltimore
These
accent,
right.
then use phrases from different people. That what's that phrase? Absolutely. Well, not wait, yeah, yeah. It just and it's kind of odd. It's kind of strange. So
This
one of
is
my
sick.
so
This
one
is
yeah
sick.
exactly stole that from Ness. And now the unmute, which is uppity phrasing. So what you're dealing with here is basically like 2024 body snatchers. If you're familiar with the invasion of the body
Hmm.
snatchers, you know what I mean. But so what you're dealing with. So then one of my psychologist friends, yeah, I try to introduce this sector to many people, and matter of fact, they don't just get mad at me; they curse me out and say, "What type of animal am I to watch this type
You
of
want to
nonsense?
watch this, right?
Yeah, what type of edification am I getting out of it?" And then I refuse to try to continuously justify why I'm
You
watching
can't
this type of
explain
stuff.
it.
Yeah, maybe I'm a sicko too, but look. So I'm talking to one of my psychologist friends who who has tried to hang in there and watch this nonsense for a little bit, and they had said Lemon and Sakim have these like kind of like I think she referred to it as identity disruptions, which is part of a borderline personality disorder. And I don't want to get too deep here, but you may be dealing, and I've said this before, and I hope no one takes offense to this, but there's a lot of untreated mental illness in these type of toxic
I said
sectors.
that yesterday,
Yeah,
but
we're
because I can't. Okay, go ahead. I said the same thing yesterday that there are a lot of people there are some untreated mental illness here,
yeah,
but because I'm not a professional, I can't diagnose. But clearly, you can see it. You can
yeah,
hear it
clearly,
in some of these
clearly.
people here. But who am I?
Clearly. And they can't
I'm
even
just saying.
yeah, but anyway, I'm getting way off the track. Let's get back to Black Rampage. So the Black Rampage who on Ness's channel is this he's the counter to all of the nonsense and he's the black man that's reasonable and sane. So it turns out with Q Robinson exposed the clown who his manosphere background that he was bubbling under the surface came out. Then later in the day, it was said, I forget in whose live, the Black Rampage was a convicted woman beater and also was in prison before for jail. So in jail, prison 2 times, maybe more. So this is the type of characters we're getting. Now, what you have to keep in mind with this type of testosterone coming in, no matter how weak that testosterone is, uh, women some of our women in the beef sector, their hearts go aflutter. And that's what Sassy was trying to really drill home. And I thought she did a good job doing that impersonation of these women who were so smitten by dudes who can offer them nothing, who think very low of them. And when I see, and I said this on T Velocity, and I hope I didn't offend anybody, but when I see women who I do have respect for in this sector, just over there, they're not getting money from it. See, what the thing is, if you're getting money off of them, then that's, I'll accept that as a justification for you watching and giving a click and a view to a misogynist. Like I'm not, as a black man, I'm not going to watch a racist. You understand? I'm not going to watch somebody who is anti me. So when I see what I women I respect over there groveling and just just over there kissing the behinds of clowns that they shouldn't give the time of day to, then that kind of irks me. But I know you can't control. I can't control who goes over there. Sassy can't control. No one can control
No,
if you like
essentially,
what.
no one
Yeah.
can control where you go. You can control where you go, and if you have some semblance of self-respect, you can control where you go, because you're not going to be going over to people who are disrespectful of your own. You as a black woman, you're not going to
Mm,
go to somewhere where people, just disrespect females in general. I can't do it. I
right. Right.
cannot.
Right. Well, woman with self-respect, black
Misogynistic
woman,
people, I don't
yeah,
do
is going to
that.
go over there and support that. But see, part of the problem is, and they were smart about this. They made code the face. Now, if you make code the face of the misogyny, now you got to remember, and this blew my mind, Carrie. You may not know this, but code is blazing, and it
I
was it was
heard
it was found out that he learned about the
he
black
only.
culture through
Oh,
his past 3 years from being in that
mm,
sector community, which is manosphere. So you understand what we're dealing with. So, but he's so
yeah.
he's got the corny talk. People try to compare him to me, but this guy he's nowhere near me. First of all, his money is limited. He's kind of he really has no real knowledge on anything, and his PhD degree comes from a suspect university. So all of that
I wonder if
together,
he's in the
of,
clouds hearing those
of
shots. But keep
course,
going.
of course,
I see what you're
they
doing. Go ahead.
they are waiting to drop. You don't think it came from 13 to 4, whatever it is now? You don't think they're in here right now mad? And they're going to, and I hope they see they've tried different approaches with me. One approach is to try to ignore me, but that doesn't work. Then they wave the white flag on me. And I said, okay, because they don't like being trolled the way I troll. I'm on some other shit. And they know that. So then I said, okay, I'll ease up, I'll back off. And then but they were still harassing Sassy. And I didn't like that. I didn't like somebody following around uh my ex, just taking jabs. Now I understand that he's a married man, and I know that Sassy can get under people's skin in a good way and a bad way. I mean, because that's who she is, and I have the same effect. So I know how women are. Certain women, they can feel threatened, and as you saw this today over the last couple of days, there's certain women who get real threatened, and they can't really verbalize, because if they verbalize it when they're talking to people on the platform, what really irks them about Sassy, they can't really they can't really tell you. It's something. And that something is the confidence is off the chain. And so they try to equate that to being condescending, pretentious, all of that. And it's, it may be somewhat condescending because, people claim I'm condescending. And I lean into that even more when I'm in this sector because it's great content. And at the end of the day, I'm a subtent creator. I'm a subscriber who creates content because I find that very fascinating. I'm always trying to do something to entertain me. I have ADHD, and I'm just always doing something. If I'm not making songs, I'm writing screenplays now,
You are you
and
self-diagnosing, or have you really been diagnosed with attention
of
deficit
course not, of
hyperactive
course not,
disorder?
of
Oh,
course,
you.
of course not. But
Well, but I wanted to include though here that one thing that I heard this morning was actually laughable in my Quani voice.
oh,
Because what was said this morning is that we don't know them and have not done the research. So why are we speculating about them on panel?
when they
I thought that
speculate
was
all
fun.
day about the beef sector,
Oh, yes, and even Shakim said, Shakim MBK said, you need to do your research. And my thought is, why do we need to research you? Y'all came over here.
well, I
Y'all
thought
want to be accepted over here.
right, exactly.
So at first, when some of them came in, people were saying you can't be talking about B sector material. You need to research. You need to know the history. So now they're flipping it on us. Well, not us. People over here saying that they need to do the research. We don't need to know nothing.
Well,
Well, I
Correct,
actually,
don't need to
because
know
yeah,
because
nothing
now people are
about what's going
speculating
on
on
over
their
there.
backgrounds and everything like that.
Right.
Like code school, people done discussed the school. Talent done mentioned it a few times. Uh, about Shakim and whether or not Kip is his sugar daddy.
Oh,
People
I've heard
speculating
that
about it,
somewhere.
and they
well,
and they saying that we need to do the research.
yeah, and we're doing the research because thankfully for you, Carrie, and you, Jay Dunn, I've been doing the research on them, and they're not liking what I'm finding.
I
They're
don't
not
know
liking
much
the
about
research.
them.
Oh, they're
And I don't know because I only see them on people's panels, and because I see them around enough, I click off. I'm sorry.
it,
And as for what you were saying earlier on about the whole thing with Sassy, I think I think they thought they watched enough and they knew how everyone is, and pretty much just thought everybody was just easy to talk, come and be cool with them, and they don't like strong women.
oh,
Because they
definitely
they just have this desire to prove that they're the alpha males and so on. So they don't like the idea of someone who is able to be assertive and give their opinions and not care about what kind of quote unquote control they have since they've been over here. So it makes them kind of resent people who are like that. They want to feel like they're in control. They just don't like alpha women. They see them as competition, and that is probably one of the things they're trying to do is break her down, but I don't see that happening anytime soon or at all, to be
not at
quite
all, not
honest.
at all. I think she ended
So
up
they don't
blocking
like the
Code.
the
Yeah,
idea that she's making them work harder than they they intended to over
yeah,
here.
They better
So
stick to the
they
rivers
and
and the
the thing
lakes
is
that
they
they used
also
to.
came down when she was not around, when she was on her, what's it called? Her fast or whatever it was that she said she was doing. So they thought that they, pretty much knew everyone over here and it was just an easy thing to come, be cool with people, throw a little money around and everything will be Sassy is pretty much forcing them to confront their own insecurities pretty much. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I was surprised he had the nerve to drop down. And well, he may drop down in everybody, so I don't want to put that, but I did see that he dropped down in Ho's
But they just said
hearts.
they're good. I just saw some
Or
of, I don't remember who was saying, "Oh, I subscribe to you, Sassy," and stuff. And I'm like, pretty much they didn't know about her prior. They just knew about the quote unquote big CCs over here. They were told, or said these are the platforms we should target and all of that. So they didn't know. So now they've come on a little bit of,
and they still
what
don't.
they
They
call a
still
fork
haven't.
in the middle of the road.
Right. They still haven't familiarized themselves with Kimmy too, because let's not forget Kimmy makes waves in this sector as well, and they don't really know her at all
Is
because
she
she's
still
been away.
around?
Well, see, something with that Shelly Hutchinson going there, staying in her same building. Yeah, after that, she disappeared. She may have left a couple weeks before that, though. I'm not sure. I don't really know the timeline, so don't hold me to it. But
Hmm.
there's something brewing there. The streets are saying, but I don't know because that's a little too in the weeds for me. But
Okay.
I will say this though to wrap things up because I have been up here a long time and you're at 50 viewers now. So these clowns, they have found you, Carrie. So if they don't
Clowned
drop
me.
down in this live, they're gonna be they're gonna be plying you with stuff. They may send you some big cash apps. Take their money. Take their money. Please take their money. Break their pockets. But treat them like the uh, clowns that they are. I almost said something else. Uh, I can only get away with cursing when I'm making music. Isn't that weird? I can't because
But
there's
You can
Kevin,
plausible.
you can
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, JD.
well, I just want to say, and the thing is that I'm learning because, yeah, I tune in the morning time because nobody else is on, and I just listen unless they address me or lie on me, which is pretty much every morning, and then I get up there. But one thing that I also have noticed is that they doing a lot of love bombing.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
Well,
love
we've
Lady
seen that
Nika.
before.
Lady
yeah,
Nika
Mm,
reminds me of my grandma. Oh, I
mm.
yeah.
love Miss T
No,
Velocity. She
let me tell you what Cole really thinks about Lady Naked. Because see, I caught him after he did before, even before that routine where he was doing that old tired slave voice for Lady Nika. He and his crew were in the back imitating a lot of the I don't a lot
Wow.
of the content creators like the who have a specific type of uh, voice inflection and tone like the Dovies, Lovely Loves, and Lady Nika's. So you get where I'm going. So because they want to mock these women, and this is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about exposing each of these clowns, is because I heard some of the craziest stuff from these clowns, and they did it right in the open and they were comfortable doing it because at that time
Wow.
not too many people knew about these other channels within the sector, and as
Mm.
usual, the people who are leading these misogynistic black men into the sector or attempting to do so, it's a black woman. So here's the real kicker to all of this. And I remember I had told Sassy and she came out and mentioned it, but haven't mentioned it again. But the real ringleader of this, you know how Beats brought in Dusty and a whole bunch of clowns over the Breeze platform about a year or 2 years ago. Okay, so this time we have a new woman who is doing this, working with them, and that is, and I like her too. So I'm
Is
not. I
that
don't want to knock it.
Ness?
No, 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 no. Yeah, no, it's not Ness. It's Raw beef privilege, and I like Raw.
Oh.
But Raw
Mm.
comes in now. Her now sees the. You got to remember the way that they're working this is good guy, bad guy. So you'll hear, and I think Ronnie Q touched on that. Oh, by the way, when you said Ronnie Q, not JD. When you said nobody's on in the morning, Ronnie Q was on in the morning, and I'm a number watcher. You know how they say clock watchers, pocket watcher. I'm a number watcher. I wanted to see how well Cole performed, and I don't think he broke 300 today, but did he, JD?
Um,
I think he was at
I
220 when I checked in. I periodically checked in. It looked like it was at 220. And I looked at the finishing numbers because they started at the same time and they basically ended like within 30 minutes of each other. And Ronnie Q whipped his ass at 1.6 views, and I think Cole was at 1.2. Now the thing is, I think Reed went on later during the same time. Cole was like,
Pizarro did too, and that's what I was going to answer your question because when they come live, I'm not really starting my day either, but I will go in there if nobody else is live and red ball and do it on 2 times speed. But what I do know is when I got up in there, they were in the 200s, but then Pizarro went live on top of them, and Shaquem was mad about it.
yeah, I heard this clown had a, I got a little excited there. Did you hear my octave go up there? But look, I heard this clown had the nerve to even question Lady Nika going live. Well, at least she can go live whenever she wants to. She don't have to check in with
What?
this clown. Yeah,
You
he
gotta feel me, and you gotta understand. I don't know much about them. What did you just say a while ago?
JD, go ahead and explain what this clown did.
So the Lady Nika outrage happened yesterday because Lady Nika went live in the morning when it was Shakim's quote unquote turn to drag me, or she was mad at something. Well, she was mad at something that I said because you know that I have a little tiff with Lady Nika and Faith currently. So Lady Nika crunk up her live, and he essentially, if I'm not mistaken, what I heard people say that he said was, "How the fuck she gonna go live on top of me?" Like he was
That's crazy.
somebody. Like he was somebody. But then this morning, Pizarro went live on top of Code. I'm telling y'all, Pizarro went live on top of Code. And then while she had her panel going, she came and was typing in Code chat. And that pissed off Shakim because their
Yeah.
numbers went from like 200 and something to like 133. And Shakim got pissed because he said that people were leaving because Pizarro was typing in the chat when she knows she went live on top of them. So now they claiming time slots where they like can't no you you better not dare you
Oh,
you
They,
better not dare go live while I'm live or while we live.
oh
no, they lost
wow.
their mind. They really have
That's
lost
how
their
much they
mind.
think they have a hold on the sector now. Now they're in. They've ingratiated their stuff. They're in now. So how
Yes.
dare you go live when they're live? Come on, they're doing beef sector content now. How dare
Oh,
you go live when
oh,
they go
oh,
live? When especially people who've been going live for months, a year is doing their morning live. People need to go live whenever they feel like. That's how it is over
exactly.
here.
Actually,
Nobody
Hmm.
did. You don't get no respect because you've been hitting panels and hitting super chats and cash apps and stuff. Nobody's so people have to find out whenever they are live to make sure they don't cross paths. Okay, good. You don't
no,
dare go live over them. Okay, got you.
no. So this is it. Here's the thing. If this continues to happen, and if Pizarro, and I stated this before, and I hope Pizarro's listening, or this gets back to Pizarro, and I know Roddy Q is listening now, they're going to be forced to have to start their sweet talking of Ronnie Q, of Pizarro. And their sweet talking, they lead with that money. Ladies, get their money. Get their money. Make them pay you not to go live when they're live. Make them pay you and charge them an
That is
exorbitant amount too.
crazy.
Because they have the money. Because again, the money is coming from that simp D Durrell, who he's purported to be a millionaire. That's the guy. I don't know,
Oh
Carrie, if you
wow.
heard the married
Mm-mm.
guy who got his mistress, who is online as a content creator, tape recorded him because she's a drunk, and
Oh.
she and recorded him. And she's a drunk, and she's a troll, and she's a content creator. So
Why did she
he's
record? Like everything is new to me, guys. I just so tuned them out
well,
because
hold on. Let me explain to you, since you don't even know this story. You know why she was mad at him, D.
why?
Durrell? Because he was spending all of his money on YouTube beef sector
Oh,
content creators.
oh,
And see, and I listened to it too because I said, "Oh, wait a minute, this got to be a play," and then I could tell it wasn't a play, and I said,
oh,
"Oh, see," and the other reason why I know it wasn't play is because she had been drinking, and I know, and
oh wow.
I know this. So she's a middle aged woman. She's been drinking. Her name is Tiff P, and it was an honest conversation, a little too honest to be fake, because she admitted something. She said, "Well, I'm afraid that I'm in my 40s, and I'm afraid that you're gonna get caught up by these
These
20
young women
somethings in
over
the B
here
search." Which she
and
didn't do
start
her
liking
research,
them.
because she didn't do her research because there's not too many young women in.
Mm-mm. Nah.
Yeah, yeah, they're more her age than. But it was a
So she's
moment of.
concerned about her money and
Yeah, she said it outright.
given to the female content creators over here. Oh wow.
Yeah, the pro.
I think I've seen that person's name like with super chats like 400, 500, 200, and all of that. So I guess he has some money. I don't know.
D. Rowe. I don't know. I think he's a therapist or
He
something.
does have money. If I'm not mistaken, he's like a psychologist or a
Right.
psychiatrist
But they said he was
because
doing dating stuff too. They said he's a dating coach, which
Oh,
is weird. But
so this person who is his mistress, have they like actually seen each other? Because
yeah,
people be
yeah,
on
that's
here
it.
dating
So
virtually and stuff.
that's what came out in the call. So
Oh, okay.
people are now speculating, and this is wild. People from D. Durrell's sector are speculating that his wife must have left him already, because there's no way you can be doing all that. Now, here's the fun part.
Online.
The
Hmm.
next day after she sobers up, you know what happens next. They must have had one hell of a conversation in that morning. She came out the next day, gave a real brief apology for her actions. To
Oh,
this, she didn't mean to do that. She was
oh,
in her feelings, and D.
oh.
Durrell is a good man. I mean, these are some real weirdos that are
What's
trying
her
to come.
name?
Tiff P. But the thing with Tiff P is, because I had
Mhm.
to find this out. You can listen to her. I think it's Sexy Toy Lady had Stargate do a second device playback. And if you go to Sexy Toy Lady, I can't remember the title of the live, but you'll hear that because Tiff P deletes all of her lives. So it's
well, but
crazy.
this is the weird thing about it as well, talent, because I didn't watch it. I heard bits and pieces where people were talking about it and playing it. But I have not subscribed to the people over there at all. Just Code and now the dude Stefan. But I haven't seen D Durrell since all that happened.
Well,
My
so you
last time seeing D Durrell was when he came to VS channel, but I ain't seen him no more since then.
well they sent him in with his bag, because I've never seen such a misuse of money. It's like we're watching. I almost feel like these people are exploited somehow. Like this, Sakim is being exploited by this older creep that's into him. But no telling, the rumors are that he's like playing with himself on camera for the guy and other.
Oh,
Yeah, there's all types of stuff that can't be confirmed. But you have to figure, if you're getting thousands of dollars from a man to
and all you
to
had to
another
do is play
man.
with yourself,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the
Because
money looks good.
so,
Okay,
but see, the thing is,
Shaquem.
Kip is, they're proud weirdos over in that sector. He want,
Mm.
how like a man will like talk, like Didi Rowe will proudly talk about how you gave his woman so much, a woman so much money, that type of simp type of guy a man does with a woman. Well, that's what Kip does with Sakim. He hopped on Nessa's panel, like he was a pimp, and Sakim was his bad B, and he started to tell us about the money he gave him, and he was real defensive over Sakim. It was very odd. I don't know if people on the call saw that. A lot of these people are telling on themselves. But the thing is, these married people, there's a lot of married people in that sector that have, I guess they call them e-boos, that they call them. And the only one that doesn't have one is my boy Hood, but then people are alleging that he's got something going with Raw, which I don't read anything into that, because Raw has her own man, and her man, Raw's man, did a stunt where he pretended to pull up to Sakim's place to fight, and the guy, his name is Cellulite. He didn't leave his garage. He didn't go anywhere. So it was part of this whole good
It
guy,
was a
bad guy.
play.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The whole thing is a
He
mess.
was too. I think I saw that one because he was over there by Brianna's. I think I saw that one. That was like a whole play because he didn't seem to care much, to follow up with what happened if somebody actually did leave something on his porch and stuff. I think that was a play. I didn't follow it up though, but it was mighty strange that it happened while he was online. That
Well,
was
but
kind
this
of.
is the thing though, because it was, I think it was night before last on Lennon, where Shakim was trying to strike up a deal with Room Shaker to do co-hosting with Room Shaker next, and Room Shaker told him,
First of
"I'm
all, who
telling
is
the
Room
truth."
Shaker to pay $300 or $500 to? Room Shaker that has 15, 16 people in her chat. Nobody respects her in the Mode 3 sector. And then he's going to pay her she asked for $500. So she's over appraising her value. It's just a mess.
I
It's a
guess they
mess.
look at
Well,
the
no, I
numbers,
think that she saw that
the
Ness. I think
subscription
she saw
numbers.
that Ness got 200, and because she has more stuff, because he really want to get into the depths of the Mo3 sector investigation about Mo3, and I guess she got valuable information. But talent, hold on,
Hmm.
because what happened was he didn't have the $500 to pay her,
Oh,
and lo and behold, Kip showed up on the link, and and I told Room Shaker, I said, Room Shaker, this is the man that you need to be talking to because he gives Shakim the allowance. You need to talk to him. And so, and so Room Shaker, when I tell you Room Shaker changed her voice and everything,
oh.
like she was at a job interview
It was crazy.
to Kip. Girl, you would have thought Room Shaker was at a job interview. But yeah, so and Kip didn't want to give the money that night. I don't know why he didn't want to, but he didn't want to give no money that night.
Well, JD, do you think that would have been a good? Not that we care, because I want them to take all their money. But do you think that would be a good investment to invest in Room Shaker?
Um,
There's
I
potential for
do.
drama to happen over there because she does have drama sometimes.
Oh,
I
who's
She's
there?
do,
not
and
really
Who's
in
I.
her
who's
bushes.
there to
So
watch her
them,
drama?
but I've seen her numbers go up when there's a little drama on her page and stuff. So who to tell when they start going over there, the drama may arise again, and that's more numbers for them, I guess. I don't
And the
know.
thing is, I'm not gonna dog out Room Shaker because I've learned a lot about that sector by watching Room Shaker. I have, and
For
so I think. Hold on, wait. I think that essentially he wanted to go through Room Shaker because he thinks that she is a cheat sheet into the Mo3 sector. And I think he said that he tried to be with Queen 88, but I don't know if she turned him down. I'm not sure. But I think that he just looking for a cheat sheet, somebody to help him to know what's going on in that sector, but then to also allow the men not to bother him too much in that sector.
yeah, I do have to address Foot Soldier, because I
I
like
was
foot
just
soldier.
about to ask
I
you
like
that.
I like
Go
foot
ahead.
soldier, but see, sometimes she can be somewhat slow. So let me explain this to foot
Don't
soldier.
call her slow. She's cool.
So no, I
Keep
said
going though.
sometimes she can be slow. So listen, as I said earlier in this slide, I said I was on their ass in the beginning because they're fraudulent. I know who they are. They waved the white flag because I was trolling a little too hard. It was just fun. These are dudes I can go in. I can't go in on women. So I'm like, yeah. They said, nah, 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 nah. We had enough. Okay, okay, we're done. Then when they knew there was, they couldn't deal with me, then they started focusing on Sassy, following her around. And then that's when I kind of halfway turned up again. Not too much because Sassy and what she has done subsequently is to just block code. But I had turned up then, and I started telling a lot of people, and this goes back to T Velocity conversation yesterday, that I do like Code and MBK in the mornings for the time being. Shiny new toy. It's good to hear male perspective and their view on a predominantly female beef sector. So, but the real thing is, in Foot Soldier, this isn't about me, actually. You should be taking up the charge. If you're concerned about others, if you're concerned about black women, it shouldn't be me. I'm busy trying to clean up the, the doorstep of males, black males. So you get the broom out. It's not really my job, but I took it on temporarily and hoping someone else will take it up and fight the good fight. Even though I'm going to be honest with you, it looks like they're going to be let in because there's not enough carries. There's not enough Ronnie Q's. There's not enough Sassies. What you got are a bunch of insecure women who just buckle with the slightest male attention. And to me, it's sickening to watch. As a male, as a straight male, to see that happen, just low budget characters bring nothing to the table, and women are swooning over these clowns. Now, whether it's the articulation that fools you with cold, but the fact there's no substance behind the articulation, whatever it is, I'm just telling you from straight
Shots
and
fired.
yeah, yeah. This is what it is. This is what it looks like from my vantage point, and that's what it is, Foot Soldier.
My thing is when I see, and I'm not, talking down on anyone necessarily in the sector, but my thing is when I see it, it reminds me of those days when some African societies they used to sell their own people out. I'm sorry, I think about it and I think about those African leaders who they played their role in the whole slave trade. They sold their own people for whatever reasons,
Right,
for the
right.
greed and stuff. And at the end of the day, it was hurting us as a people.
That's a good
And over
comparison.
here, you are seeing people come in, and because they're giving you money and because of, how it you can get stuff from, the little money that they throw around, you'll sell your own people out. So I could understand if they were giving you money and you were actually like doing some real networking and creating content together and you were actually getting something from it. But the transaction is just monetary and that's it. That's just it for me. So they come over here, they love bomb, they pretend they like you.
Yeah.
They
Woo! Some of these
ZX did
women
it when
fall
he just
for that.
came over here. ZX did it when he just came over here.
And did
He
you
was
see the
love bombing
strong women?
everyone and it turned look at what happened,
Yeah,
you know?
let's get into this. And I know you may not want to get too
So
deep
don't
into it.
sell out your own. You have to see something coming from it. So don't just be thinking about your own self and buckling just because you're seeing money flying around and say, "Ooh, let me get my coins. Let me get my coins." But to what detriment? How is it going to affect the sector in general?
Right,
And how do you think they see you when they come here flaunting their money at you and at the same time disrespecting other people who you associate yourself with, disrespecting your subscribers and all of that.
right.
And what are the views they have of you as black women over here in this sector? That's all I'm saying.
No, you made
And
some
I'm
good
not
points.
saying anything about anyone getting their money. Collect your coins, but there's a way to get stuff done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the money part, I enjoy watching them get that money. So when Pizarro and Bree get the money, hey, I love it. I really do love it. I like to see it. But on the same hand, you also had to be mindful, like you said, the long term ramifications of accepting the money. Because slowly they're going to ingratiate themselves with the love bombing, the money, and then they're going to be a permanent fixture in a sector, and they're going to bring in these other weirdos, which they have been introducing them, like the Black Rampage weirdo. And see,
Mm.
the problem is because if you go into code set anymore, I want you to look at the apologists, the female apologists in there for these clowns. And some of these women are very intelligent. You have Black Girls Code. You have I don't want to name a whole bunch of people, but very intelligent women, women I respect. However, knowing that this is what you're dealing with. I mean, we know about MBK and ZX. We know their thought process. We know how they even MBK. I have had to tell him to lower his voice when he's talking to women because he's got that East Coast bluster. He gets a little ramped up. See, I don't let anybody talk to me reckless in person, and and I could tell East Coast dudes just they had that in them. They bark. They bark real loud, but they know what's up. And
Foot Soldier has a question for you when you're done making your point.
what's Foot Soldier talking about now? Let me
Foot
look.
Soldier says, "You told Carrie to take their money. Are you trying to get her set up?"
No, no, no. I
Well, I
said
don't
the
have
same
anything
thing.
to offer them, but go ahead.
Hold on, hold on. No, this is just like Brie and Pizarro. I want you to take all their money, and then when their money, because eventually that money's going to dry up if they don't see any tracks in. So you take
Mm.
all that money and you never fully let them in. You get like they're playing in your face, you're gonna play in their face. Take their money, but when that money stops, you put them in the recycle bin where they belong. That's my philosophy. See, you have to understand here, code is playing chess. And I don't want to use all the different analogies, but code is playing chess here. And women in this sector are going to have to get on that level. Otherwise, it's going to be just a mess in here because, like this Black Rampage, so I hated the way that ended with Uppity's panel because Uppity was really respected the guy. He didn't know he was a clown. I mean, some of these guys are holding themselves back from showing who they truly are till they get really rooted into the sector. And all of this from someone who's really like Carrie. I can tell you haven't really been into it lately over the past
Uh-uh.
month or so. So all of this has to sound quite bizarre to you. I'm just
It
putting
does,
myself
and,
in your
I'm
shoes.
some of these names I'm just learning about the whole idea of allowing money to control your channels and stuff. It's kind of bizarre, and allowing people to come and take over. They don't actually see what's gonna happen in the end. As a matter of fact, the mere fact that they are complaining already about people going live in the morning on top of them must show you what is to be expected, what is to come. Okay, and they're
Right.
taking all your subscribers. They're gonna start,
Mhm.
competing with you guys soon. So I'm just here. I'm here sitting back. I'll be watching to see what happens in the long term.
That's why
There's gonna be competition.
I'm not up that early when code starts, but I know Ronnie Q goes live at that time. She's a fixture at that spot. We need to
Right.
support Ronnie Q.
Yeah,
We need
Ronnie
to
Q
support.
normally gets up because she says she walks her dogs early in the morning, so she normally does her lives like early morning. She
We
goes live, Dovey goes live,
thank
Reed
you.
goes
Reed
live.
goes live, yeah,
You know,
and Pizarro can just wipe him out because they
King
know.
Roman News goes live,
Ooh, and
Pizarro
King
goes
Roman
live
knows sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So if we're consistent as the beef sector and having content creators go live, we don't have to worry about these clowns much longer because they can't move later into the day. They're smart enough to know you're not going to infringe on our top content creators like our Breeze, our Pizarros. Then they're just not going
Mhm.
to do it. And then you have
Right.
you may have James may go
ODS,
live,
James,
ODS.
Luca,
So they yeah, has been going live
Faith
now. I think
Yaya.
yeah,
Faith's been
yeah.
doing really good. Shout out to you, Faith Yaya girl.
But this is where
Yeah.
but this is what I will say, and I tell this to everybody. One thing I like to see is consistency. Because you had to be consistent for this to work. We have to continue to be consistent.
That
You
is
can't do it.
true.
Yeah, you could, because we got a lot of content creators. They'll go live 2 days, and we don't see them for another week. So,
Right.
and I understand this isn't, YouTube isn't shouldn't be your all and everything, even though it is for
It
some
shouldn't be
people.
your be all. For
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people, they can afford to do that because maybe they don't work or they don't have much going. I don't know. But it's consistency over here, and if anybody really wants to like do well in the beef sector, it's so easy. For me, it's making your titles about stuff that's happened in the sector, having discussions about stuff that
right.
happened in the beef sector, making sure you title your stuff whatever is the hot topic of the day or whoever it is, talk about that. And the number one thing is to be consistent. And it,
Yep,
it could work out for you. You may start off slow, but trust and believe. Look at all the channels that have started up, and once they start doing content on the beef sector, you'll see the numbers changing. You
definitely,
know,
definitely,
look, I'm
totally agree.
using King Roman as an example. He
Ooh,
didn't
he
do
has
a
been
lot of beef
blowing up.
sector stuff before, right? He didn't
Yeah,
do a lot of beef sector stuff before. But since he's gone, changed his job, and he's paying doing more of those run it back weekly, like figure out what's going on, you tend to see the numbers kicking up.
and
So, and it's all about just being consistent too.
speaking of that, he's going live tomorrow, and the topic of conversation around the beef sector. You may not know. I keep saying you know.
Did he already schedule it? Let me go look. Go ahead, I'll
Well,
listen.
he's mentioned it earlier today, but I think he
Oh.
may or may not touch on what's going on between him and TMO. There's something going on there.
I'd
You
really like to know. I've been trying to figure it out since last night when I was over there by Uppity, um, to see like how is it that she blocked him and he just found out she blocked him. How is it that they're cool but they're not cool? How is it that there's a conversation to be had but she doesn't want to do it? Like how do you move from smiling on a pic and putting it on your community wall to, oh, we're not cool anymore? I don't get it. But then again, look who we're talking about. This is a person who gets upset with you for the slightest thing. She doesn't
hmm,
shoot straight when she's upset with anyone. She beats around the bushes. She says, "Why is it that they're doing this and they're doing that?" She never comes at you directly if she has a problem. And sometimes you haven't done anything to her, but she'll aim the bullets at you. So I'm kind of interested to see what he's gonna say
yeah, I'm
tomorrow.
interested.
Hopefully, I'll be
Yeah,
able to listen. And I
yeah,
hope he addresses it because he said he would be, open to talking about it on her platform. I know I heard him say that last night over by Uppiti's channel. But it didn't happen today because I would have heard about that. So let's
right.
see what he comes with tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd
This
like
is
some.
one thing I'm interested in.
Yeah, I'd like
Okay.
some clarity on that. And again, I like both of those content creators, so my commentary on them will be, uh, God bless both of them. That's
Mm-mm. Watching from Cloud9 says she's acting like a scorned lover. The thing with her is when she's upset with you, you never know why because she never comes directly to you. And half of the time she's upset with you, it has to do with what somebody else has done and not you. So let us see what happened. Is it because of his new circle? Is it because of the different people he's dealing with? Is it because of the different attention? I don't know. People can only speculate. We don't know. But I'm just interested to find out because it's something that I've been seeing happening for a while with other people. And like people who are usually respectful and stuff to her are the ones she acts a certain kind of way with. And the ones who dog her out and do this and that to her, she never really like attacks them
yeah.
head on.
Before I drop down, I want to
Okay.
say this to you because I have some required viewing for you before you go to sleep tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Sir King did a video earlier today, and it was titled "Tim Blaine wants lemon. Lemon, what is your plan B?" But within this live, it's early on. Hold on. It's early on in this live.
Oh, the title.
SK tells on himself again, and this is very disturbing. Those of you who have the ability, go make a clip of it now because he may take it down. He may have removed it already. But in the beginning of his live, he does his corny monologue, opening monologue. And then he's talking about, he always likes to talk about these situations in the gym and things like that, and which is odd, but we know why he and Rob Rack were in those gyms so often is because they were homeless. But and they take showers there. But look, so SK says he was at a game, at a sports game, and some half white, half Latino man said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but this is the exact the key obscene words. He's basically, the guy told him to sit down and called him a fat N word. So the key thing is,
Oh,
called him a fat
fat.
N word. That's out of
Mm,
his Sir King's mouth. This guy felt so comfortable. So do
mm.
you know how fat SK has to be
I
for
knew you
some?
were gonna say
No,
that.
no, no.
Let
I
me
mean,
mute.
I want you to listen to that live because I don't want
Not
anybody
only an
thinking I'm
N
making
word,
this
but a
up.
fat N word. And this is the person
Yeah,
who has been going to the gym. I'm
yeah.
muting.
So this so this Latino white guy has summed up SK from looking at him, that like I feel comfortable saying this to him, and I know that from the size of him, he'll be out of breath by the time he can get up these rows to get to me. So I don't have
All
anything to
right.
worry about. So I want you to listen to that tonight and sake your you'll be like, I
I
can't
wish I
believe
could
this
get
guy told this
a
story.
timestamp.
It's early. It's like early on. No,
Is it
actually, look.
before Timothy? Because I just typed
Yeah,
his name
yeah, yeah. It's
name in.
before that. Look for my super chat for $5 because out of all of his lying stories, I put in a super chat for $5, which he says I should be digging more into my pockets and give more. Like this
Oh,
clown has commentary. But look,
oh,
look for my. It's like a green super chat for $5 that says I believe that story, because out of all of his fake stories that make him look good, I know this story right here. Because you could tell he was real so mad about it, he didn't realize what he was actually saying. Now, so I know he's gonna want to delete this, but oh man. And now that he's in the comfort of his car, which he sleeps in, a day later, now he's going to tell us he's so
oh
mad
my
about it. He's not going to do anything like, oh, I had to hold myself back. He's talking about, I'm like, you weren't going to do anything. And why would you I wish somebody would come up to me and say something crazy. First of all, I'm not fat, so they're not going to say that part, but you're not going to say that N word in a group anywhere. Could be me and that person alone or in a group. You're not
Maybe
going to
the
say
guy
that.
had a lot of people with him.
I
The
look. I
other
don't care.
dude,
Look. I first of all, just the fact that I'm not going to say too much, but
the
look,
fact
to
that
be
he said
comfortable.
fat too. Do you
Yeah,
think that
fat and N word too. Sit down because he may have been blocking the view of the game too. This might be how big
talent?
SK is. He probably was obscuring the view of the people behind him. I mean, this guy claims he's in the gym. I never get this about people. There are some people who always claim they're in the gym and they seem to be getting fatter. It's crazy. I got them on my social media. They're always taking pictures in the gym, and I don't.
I was watching a video of this fat white girl. She kept coming on here and she was trying to blame everything else for the reason why she kept gaining pounds and the delusion of it all. But I digress. She said she was working out and eating healthy and everything. But and every time it was time for weigh-ins,
Mm.
oh Lord, she had the most excuse. She even said, "Oh, she has lymphedema in her legs, so she's subtracting 150 pounds." And I'm like, 150 in your legs alone?
Oh boy.
She is so crazy. That was the weirdest shit I watched. I should have subscribed to her so I could keep up with the shit. I'll
Oh
find her again in my timeline.
yeah,
So people do use the gym as a crutch, but
yeah,
it's for
yeah.
other
They do.
reasons, I guess.
But
I,
as
I,
usual, Carrie, I do have to drop down because I do have to retire. Not
yeah.
too many people
Okay.
retire to their beds anymore, but I retired to my bedroom, and I'm about to just pass out. It's been a
Well, I
long
had
day.
some sleep, so I'll be up for a few
Oh,
more.
great, great, great! Because I
Right.
can listen to you, and hopefully, I can. Don't be too interesting up here because I do need to get my sleep. But no, it was great talking to you and JD as
And I
always.
appreciate you
It,
clicking the link. I'm pretty
it,
sure one of those men from the Umarians, as they call them,
oh, no, they
heard
listening.
something.
They listening. Y'all better keep ignoring me, Umar boys, because I'll turn up the
They
heat.
may not
Yeah,
respond here,
yeah.
but
They
they'll
better ignore
respond
me.
somewhere else, or throw shots somewhere else. But I know you enjoy those
Yeah. I do.
little
I
digs.
do. And let me
I
let me say good evening to trifling foot soldier. That is my buddy. Don't confuse any of this with any type of hostility towards her. I like foot soldier, and I like giving her a hard time. And as you can see, she gives me a hard time. But there's no ill will between us.
okay.
Anyway, I'm out of here. I gotta
And
go.
there goes the headphones. Okay, okay. You can tell he moved too. Okay, Talon. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. You could tell he moved from his position because remember he spoke about his headphones. I appreciate you for coming up, Jay Dunn, and I appreciate you for coming up, Talent. And I'm glad there's no animosity between the two of you. So you two go at it from time to time. Okay. I get you. I am pretty sure one of the Umarians who coined that term for them. Because I heard Umar boys, I heard today Umarians. I'm pretty sure one of them heard something. So they'll respond to you, Talent, not necessarily here, but maybe one of the other spaces that they frequent. Um, I wish you all the best. I'm just saying, it's whatever for me. I don't know much about them because I already have enough issues keeping up with the people I watch over here. So like the new ones, I don't know. And I'd much prefer to support, and this is nothing bad that I'm saying, I'd much prefer to support the smaller channels who are over here and have been doing their thing. I know sometimes everyone doesn't get the opportunity to be consistent. So maybe, a lot of people don't know about their channels. But I would much prefer to show the type of support. Oh, okay. Oh, YouTube cameras came up with it. Okay. I would much prefer to support the channels over here that are, that have been here for years that we've seen in our faces. Those people, I'd much prefer to do that than to just, be a part of the bandwagon. Like I was saying earlier on before um, Talent and Jay Dunn came up, do you know that if there's like a movie that comes out, and everybody's going crazy to go watch that movie, I go there like way after when the whole excitement dies down, or if I can watch it on using another some other type of way. Let's say that I'll watch it that way. Like I've never been one to think that because this is the way the crowd is moving at the time, I have to move that way too. So I'm always going to be left out of stuff. Hi, Kenna. Good to see you. I'm always probably not going to be able to keep up with everything going on, but I don't like the whole idea of moving in packs or in groups, or allowing other people to influence how I think or where I go to watch. I pretty much tried that one time a long time ago. You'll hear, "Oh, go support so and so." Do you guys remember when Tracy used to tell people to go support what's his name? Rico? And we'll be over there watching and stuff. We're like, "Okay, let's support." And we'll go over there. Rico will get drunk and cuss everybody out. Rico will get drunk, and how many times did he fall out with Tracy too? And you'd be like, "Oh, but we're over here to support you, and we're watching it. You're cussing every single one of us out. Like seriously, like if you're gonna do something, do it because you want to do it. Go there because you want to go. You don't go there because a channel holder tells you this is where we're going. Oh, this is what I want you to do. If you enjoy them though, you go on over there. There's, nothing wrong with that. But if they disrespect you and you still seem to want to be disrespected, you seem to be okay with being disrespected. That's all good. That's all good. You know, keep going over there and, empowering them, I guess. But if any of them, treat the subscribers or other black women in general with respect, go at it. Be cool with them. But I don't appreciate disrespect, so I don't know. I can't do it. And some of my the channels that I've been frequenting over the years, once I've seen a little bit too much of the same things over and over and over and over again, I kind of lose interest. Doesn't mean I don't like the channel holder. Doesn't mean I don't like the channel, but you know, I'll just stay away until something else happens, or until the content changes, until the disrespect changes. There are so many channels to watch here. Canada's commentary, you know, Miss T Velocity does commentary. The Hood Table does commentary. Um, and I'm not taking away from the other bigger platforms, and I put bigger in air quotes because this side of YouTube, the what we call big is definitely not big. But I'm just saying, um, I'm just proud glamour sometimes come. And sometimes, if we actually support the people who do live streams, or get the courage to try and come online and do stuff, maybe they will be encouraged to continue to go live. How about that? You never know. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it's the support that they're not getting that made them not go live consistently. But at the same time, for people who want to grow their channels, who have the time to do so, the formula is just being consistent. If it's the beef sector that you want to try to get your channel going on, the formula is to title your title your videos appropriately, you know, with whatever is going on, with whoever is supposed to be the big name at the time, because then when people are doing their searches, or when you're going to get recommended videos, that's what they'll see. But then for others who don't want to do beef sector content, don't be dismayed. Don't feel as if, you're not getting the type of support or the numbers you want, that you're supposed to stop, just stop doing videos. Do your own thing, create your own lane, do your own content, and those who are for you will come. It may take a while, but then you may end up having a new audience, and you may build from there. So just think about that part. Don't think that you have to be the in crowd. That's just how I see it. You don't have to be a part of the in crowd. You do your own thing, make your own way, create your own path. And as Talent was talking about Sir King a while ago, one of the things that happened, I don't see Mama D around a lot, but I was over here minding my own business one day with my small numbers, might I add, and ended up getting a breaking story. And I'm just saying, and remember the whole thing with Sir King and Mama D, when we found out about, him getting money from her and all of that shit, it broke over here, and it was over here with my small numbers. How about that? Before it spread to the other so-called bigger channels. And I'm only saying this to say, smaller content creators, do your own thing. Don't care about whether or not you get support. Nobody's entitled to support you. Be consistent, do your own thing, come live when you can and stuff. And one of the reasons why I haven't really been very consistent over here is because, I work a lot. And sometimes I'm really busy, so I don't get the opportunity to come on here a lot. And that is why I've seen some people saying, where are the games that you used to play and stuff? What about karaoke and all of those stuff that we used to do? It's only because there are times when I am working, and I am too tired, so I spend more time being a subby, dropping in chats here and there, or peeping in when I can in some chats. But once I get the time again, I'll try to be here a little bit more. I'm just saying. But I do enjoy coming on here, and I'm okay with those who come to support me, because at least I know I don't have fake people coming on here. I had a moment when a few demonic people used to be over here in my chats and shit. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of happy they're not here anymore, because I'm seeing them in other spaces sucking ass. I can tell you that. In the same way they used to be sucking ass over here. I saw, There's this one person who used to kiss ass, kiss ass. I'm telling you. And now I'm seeing them, and I just sit back and I laugh to myself. I'm like, you are doing anything you can to be accepted, aren't you? You are doing everything you can to be seen by this CC, aren't you? Look at ya. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Those who are, I'm saying this to say that those who are for you will stick with you, and you can build from there. Don't look at the size. Don't allow the size of your channel. Don't allow the numbers, your viewership numbers, to make you not to deter you from wanting to build your channel. Just do what you got to do, and it will come. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that for those who are more interested in doing stuff. I'm just here when I can, you know. I'm just here. Um I am looking forward to King Roman's live tomorrow morning. I'm hoping that, some questions will be answered. I really am. I am looking forward to seeing what Tia got going on, because I am still not sure. Does anybody know like what caused Tia to be going at it? Let me see if Tia is live. Does anybody know what is causing her to go at it with Pizarro and Lady Nika and who else? Yaya. That's like three people already. I don't know if there's more. If there are more. But it's the beef sector. We never know where the beef start, but there's always guaranteed in the beef sector. There's always beef. Okay, guaranteed. Look at how quickly we've forgotten the challenge that happened. Was it just last week? Was it just last week they had the chicken challenge? There's just so much that has happened since the chicken challenge. I think the chicken challenge kind of kicked off most of the beefs for this week. Come to think of it, it's that damn chicken challenge. I think it's a freaking chicken challenge that caused all of this shit. Hey, Cocky, good to see you. How the hell are ya? In my Jaden voice. Good to see you, Cocky. I think the chicken challenge caused this. And then after that recap of the chicken challenge, it was Jay Wilson's, what's it called? Ooh, Byron got a membership, and whoever gave him that, it may have been Brick Girl some time ago, Cocky, who gave you the membership. And I think that whole what's the name of the video that King Roman played? Um that thing with a beautiful day in the neighborhood, his neighborhood watch thing from Crazilla, that kicked off some of the beefs this week too. So the chicken challenge, the chicken challenge, the Sims character with showing Jay Wilson's clit, not his clit, not his clit, showing that kind of stirred up some drama too. That is something else. It's a beef sector. We never know what to expect. And I've been seeing that still pic of the clit. Why do I keep saying clit? Of what's supposed to be Jay Wilson's nether regions. And it's hilarious. I'm sorry. I think they did a good job. I think Cocky's behind in the chat. He's saying hi to Talent and Jay Dunn and everyone. Um, I think it captured everybody good. The only one that I think may not have been captured like their physical appearance so well was ODS, because they didn't get him with his locks. They got him when he had his fresh haircut, you know. But his character there with the baby and stuff, because he's always, he shows his godson a lot. So that part I understand. But the representation without the locks is the only thing I'd fix. But I like it. It's cute. It's fun. It's all it shows is King Roman making his rounds and watching to see what's going on in the beef sector so he could report on it. That's basically what it meant to me when I watched it. But some people got upset. I think they did a pretty good job with Tracy with that stomach she got going on there. It showed her. she have a crop top on, I think. She got one hell of a stomach there, I could tell you that. It's a high stomach. Um, who else did I see on there? Not the high stomach. And then um VS. And then Ness. Who was the one that was shouting at the computer screen? Was it Ness? I think. In the ripped jeans. I think that was Ness. That was funny. But it's a cute little vid. And at the time when King Roman showed it, he was like, this is what a taste of what's to come. So I don't know if it's in its final stage or anything, but that was hilarious. Okay, so two persons so far, or was it just Jackie? Two persons watching from Cloud9, and Jackie says they are tired of food challenges. Watching from Cloud9 says she's sick of it. Jackie says, no, no more food challenges. Oh yeah, James was in it too, and Kwani. James was there just cleaning up. Okay. James had his broom and he was cleaning up, and James was looking at stuff going on too. He was being, his curious self too. But it was funny. And Sean Bradley, they kind of made Sean Bradley look old. Okay, the food challenges. Does everybody share the same view that they are tired of watching food challenges? Jackie says she's tired of it. Watching from Cloud9 says she's tired of it. Is there anybody else who is just tired of the food challenges too? Does everybody feel the same way? Because they do tend to get a lot of support because the numbers don't lie over there. It's just that the areas like the judging and stuff that needs to be, sorted out. That's what I think. Like the judges, if they could meet prior to the competition so they could make sure everybody understands the rules and specifically what they're looking for, you know, that would be good. And then the rules that were made prior that, you stick to them, that would also be good. Instead of just, coming up with different things at the time of judgment, that would be good. So a rubric is needed because I know we had our a little competition, a little challenge over here some time ago, sometime last year. We had a challenge, and the judges had a rubric sent to them. Well, there was one created. Shout out to Clyde long name. I say Clyde long name. I say Clyde. Um, Clyde's broke again because Mona reverses the payment or something like that. I haven't seen her in a bit, but there were rules. There were 5 categories, so the judge had to make sure that they stuck to the rubric. There was actually a sheet with the rubric, and you had to put numbers in it. You had to say how much you'd be given for each category that you were looking for. So, like, that would be good. And that was organized. And I enjoyed myself on that one, despite so many things happening to my laptop during that thing. You have no idea how hard it is to host a challenge. There's a lot going on in the background, I tell you. It may look easy on screen. It may look like it's a no-brainer or, well, not brainer. It may look like it doesn't take much to do, but there's a lot that goes on in the back. So I want to know what is it about these food challenges that make you not want to watch it? Jackie says, when we start frying chicken, it's time to stop. Well, Jackie says when they start fried chicken, it's time to stop. Some people are not interested in it because they're saying it's only visuals, so you're not able to taste if it tastes good. To see if the season was good. We can't really see well to know if the meat was raw. All of that type of shit. But some people are visual people. They much prefer to see things. You have the audio. Right. I'm just saying. So these two tend to be agreeing in the chat right now, Jackie and watching from Cloud9. Jackie also says it's the same contestants, the same judges, they may be different foods, but the drama ensues after, and then there's commentary on the drama. So she's saying it's just a wash, a rinse and repeat. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. So some people are tired of it. So, I guess you'll go back to those channels when the challenges are not there. I guess. But one of the things the CC say is that people are not um joining the challenges. So that is the reason why you keep seeing the same people over and over again. Hold on one second. Please remember to like the video. I would love that. I would appreciate that. That's usually what I ask for over here. Just like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate that. Share the channel if you can or if you feel like. Just remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, make sure you did one of the three. All right, so she's saying she doesn't like the idea of the same thing over and over and over. Okay. And they're saying that people don't want to volunteer, so they cannot be too critical of what is going on in the challenges and saying they're tired of the same people over and over. But they're saying the subbies don't want to go. But to be quite honest, apart from sometimes the CCs ask for judges and ask for contestants, but there are times when they are the ones who choose the judges. They say, I want this person to be my judge. Oh, would you be a judge? So not every time, not for every challenge do you actually, I guess you don't realize it, not for every challenge do you ask. There are some challenges where you actually look for who you want to judge, because sometimes you know that that judge being there may spark drama or for different reasons. Okay, I have someone in the back and I got to make sure it's her. But some people are really tired of the what's it called? They are tired of seeing the same people over and over. But then okay. Here we go. Is that you, Jackie?
Yes, Carrie, it's me.
Okay. Hey, Jackie. Welcome and thank you for clicking the link.
No problem. Thank you for having me. So my thing about the challenges, Carrie, is it's not necessarily the challenges. I just think it's the fact that for me, this is just my own personal opinion, it's just the fact that it's food, and I mean they have cooking shows on TV and stuff. And so, and I used to like that kind of stuff, but it just I don't know, and I guess for me, I just, one or two of them, but now it's just like every week it's a different challenge. It's a pop-up challenge, it's just like, and then it just seems like it's so much weird stuff with the money, and there's always somebody talking about, somebody doing something funny with the this and the that, and and it makes for good commentary. I get that part, but it just seems to me like it's just becoming boring to me. Like I didn't watch the last one. I just watched all the videos about the drama. That's all I that's all I cared about. I didn't care who
Because
won the challenge.
automatically after a challenge there's going to be drama.
There's gonna be
Every
drama.
single one of them, there has to be
Absolutely.
drama at the end of it. But
Yes.
I watched at least 80% of the last one because it was cool watching them, get their stuff together, creating
Hmm.
their dishes and stuff. But the only low point for me was the part with the judging, that
Right.
part.
Yeah,
That
I
needs to be watched
what
out
I've been
for.
doing also is just kind of fast forwarding to the end of the challenge to see like the
Mhm.
dishes and stuff, you know, and
Right.
who won. Um but there's something else I wanted to talk about too, if you don't mind. Um,
Okay.
I was tossing around starting my channel, providing commentary, but it's really
Oh, you're
unnerving.
starting a channel?
I was thinking, I was tossing around the idea. I would like to. But you know what's
Ooh.
stopping me, Carrie, is the doxing. Listen, I my life is not that important. It's not that exciting. So if somebody doxes me, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lose $1 million contract or anything like that. But
I
it's just
wouldn't lose sleep if I was.
it's just the fact of people prying into your personal life. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, it's just become par for the course. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, you want to be
Becomes
in the drama. I mean, you want to be in the
the
in the
beef
beef
sector.
sector, then you just better get you just you're going to get doxxed. That's just what it
Like it's
is.
supposed to be normal. Like it's supposed to. I'm not excusing that those type of mentally ill type of stuff. Like, oh, so what? Everybody's been doxxed, or you have to be doxxed if you're in the beef sector. It's
And
quite unfortunate that it becomes the norm, and it seems as it's a regular thing and it's an okay thing. I don't know.
yeah, and that's what's bothering me. And I don't want to deal with any of that, just
I
providing
know.
commentary,
Mm.
about things and having an opinion, that shouldn't make you a sitting duck for, you know, to be doxxed. I just don't, and that's what's kind of really making me rethink it. I just don't want the headache. Life
That's
is,
one of the reasons why half of the people don't share too much information or feel like they need to come on camera or show too much about their personal lives on here because some people have ruined stuff, with the whole
yeah,
doxing and stuff. Like, why do you need to be digging in that deep into people who just give commentary on here? I'm just saying.
I don't get it. I don't
You
get
don't
it.
even have to bother a soul for them to want to come dox you, child. You just have to say the
Yeah,
wrong thing when you're commenting.
yes,
You
about
just
the
have
wrong
to not be
person.
friends with anybody, cool with somebody today, and they'll try to dox you. I'm like, what?
That's why.
For me, I just want the person who does the doxing to use the information. I don't want you to give it to anyone. That's from where I am concerned.
Mm,
And I'm saying that to one specific person because
oh,
I have something to prove to you. I'm just saying. I
okay.
digress. Go ahead, Jackie.
No, that's all I was, I just, I just, it's just unfortunate. I mean, I like the beef sector. I've been over here for some time. And, I've begun, I've grown fond of a lot of the characters and stuff. And it's so funny trying to explain it to people who don't listen to this. It's like, I give up. I kind of
They're
like
not
it.
gonna
It's a
get it,
soap
girl.
opera kind of. That's the best I can do. Beyond that, it's just like so I don't even mention it anymore. But I used to like talk to my daughters are like, Mom, they used to when they were living with me. What are you listening to? What is that? Why are those people so angry? Why are they
Why
yelling at
are
each
they
other?
screaming? That's always the first thing. Why are they screaming at each other? And I'm like, you're not gonna understand. Well, she said this to that person, so this one. No, they don't understand. They look at you crazy. So I wouldn't even try. If they come across it, fine. But
Right.
it's too hard to explain.
Yeah, my
So I,
daughters
I,
did
it's my
not.
guilty pleasure. So I just watch it, and
Yeah.
watching from Cloud9 says I stopped explaining. My family thinks I'm crazy. They have to think we're crazy.
That
Have
was
you
my
ever had
daughters.
this thing
It's just
play without having your earbuds in or your headphones in, and somebody in your household hears? What is the response? What's the reaction? They look at you crazy. They wonder how you listen to people just
Exactly.
keep cursing, like cussing each other out like that. And they always ask me, how is it that why do they keep fighting? Like, is anybody cool with each other? Like, is anybody cool with each other? Why are they all so it means here in this sector, if you're not fighting with someone, there's no content. That's what I gather. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
saying.
what makes the content move. Yes,
But you should
exactly.
still, if you feel like you want to do your analysis on what's happening here in the sector, you should do it. If you want to start your channel doing that, you should do it. Don't hesitate. Um, maybe you just have to be careful about what type of information you give out, because some people are sitting, listening, and taking notes and try
Yeah.
to put pieces together and stuff. So you have to be careful there. It's quite unfortunate that people who want to start their channels have to be considering those things and trying to protect their identity, but they do that because of what they've been observing on here. So you'll find some CC says, "Oh, you're faceless and you're this and you're that." I know I have a face, and I know there are no trees growing in it. Um, like, how is that supposed to make me feel bad? Well, not me. They say it to like other people, but
Hmm.
it's a human behind the scene, behind the screen. And as a matter of fact, when you're signing up, there's this option for you to turn your camera on and off, like I'm doing right now, on and off. There's an option. StreamYard gave you the option. YouTube gave you the option.
That's
And we're
right.
using it. Your option was to stay on cam, and my option was to keep mine off. It's a simple thing. I don't know how hard it is for people to understand that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
don't
Just
get
do
it.
your own thing, Jackie. Don't worry about people and their crazy ass selves. Just do your own thing. And I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that people would support you like they'd support those newbies who come in and do content on the beef sector. So you've been here for a while now. So I'm hoping that, you don't
I
you get
hope
the type
so.
of support.
I hope
I
so.
drop
If
your
I
link in
do.
the chat, so I'm hoping those who are watching can go ahead and subscribe. Maybe that will encourage her to start, guys. So
Carrie,
go ahead
you're
and
naughty, Carrie. What's that?
I encourage people to start their channels. Just do what you want to do. Do what you want to do and not worry about like other CCs or people in general. That's my
Yeah,
thing. I think everyone has something to offer.
yeah. I'm
And
just
the
trying
people who
to,
like you will come
mhm,
around. Go
trying to
ahead,
decide.
I'll mute.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
No,
I
that's cool.
I just want to, I'm just really trying to decide if I want to do it, and if I do decide, exactly what kind of content I would like to provide, if it's beef sector or, something else that I'm passionate about. So I'm thinking about it. But
Oh, okay. And would you be able to have time? Because one of the things for here is consistency.
consistency, yeah, I heard you speaking
Right.
about that earlier. That's another thing, and I'm weighing in all of the factors as well, because I do know that I have to be consistent if I do decide to start. So, I like I said, I'm just at the point where I'm just kind of weighing everything out and deciding if I can and if I want to do it. But yeah, I've been hitting links a little bit more than I normally do. Just kind of,
Yeah, because you didn't click links a lot. And some people are saying,
no.
"Who is that?" I remember when you were over there by Pizarro, and I'm like, "She's been here. She's been around."
I
They're like,
get that
"Who
a
is that?"
lot. It's so funny to
Yeah.
me. It's like, who is? Do you know her? Is
And
Jack
I'm like,
Quay? Who is that?
I remember. And I'm like, she's been here. There are a lot of subbies who's been around for a long time. And when they do drop down or hit links, people think that, there are people from other,
Yeah,
areas of YouTube and stuff. But I think you should go ahead and do it if you want to.
yeah. I'm thinking about it, Carrie. I'll
Yeah.
keep you posted on my progress or lack thereof. Maybe I might
I'm
come
pretty
to you
sure
with
when
some more
you're
encouragement.
right. So her link is in the chat, guys. Ronnie Q dropped it again. Good job, Ronnie Q.
Ronnie
Let-
Q.
this will encourage her to start. Okay.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
Well,
Honestly,
oh,
thank you.
Jackie, did you finish talking about the challenges? What are some of the
Yeah,
things
that
that you
was
didn't
pretty
like?
much my take on it.
Okay.
Right now, everybody's focusing on this whole new male energy that's coming into the sector as well. That's just I don't know what to make of these people. It's kind of weird just listening to their commentary and
Have you
how
been
they.
watching them all? Did you
I
subscribe
have
to them and stuff?
actually. I have been
Okay,
watching.
let me ask you, what made you decide to subscribe to them?
I
First
didn't
of all.
subscribe. I just peek in. Like on Code. No, I did subscribe to Code Fam. I did subscribe to him in the morning. That was before Ronnie
One
Q.
second, you got one subscriber. Yay!
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I subscribe to Code. I kind of like his commentary, and I thought that him and his co-host MBK, I thought they were kind of cool. I don't know. It's just that underlying misogyny and that I get from that whole group of guys. You know, they want to come across as good guys, and they just want to be included. They just want to fit in and all. But it's like some of the things they say, they slip up when they're not really thinking, when they're just kind of talking off the top of their head, and um they have very low um opinions of women. That's what I hear a lot of the time.
Yeah, right. Talent was speaking about that earlier on,
Yeah,
how
I
much of
heard him
the
speaking about that, and I agree with him
misogyny.
totally. You know,
Mhm.
that whole manosphere, they
Right.
that's the
That's
vibe
the
that I get
feel.
from
That's the
them.
feel I get. Yep.
Yeah. And that's my turn off.
And they're like an extension of them, actually.
They are. And it feels like they're coming to the beef sector because it's primarily women, and they feel like they're smarter than women. They can
Hmm.
manipulate women, and all, especially black women, because all we care about from their perspective is just a coin. That's all we care about,
Right.
the dollar and some
Right.
attention.
And
You
some
know,
people are proving it too. Go ahead, let me mute.
yeah. And it's kind of sad. It's like if they were bringing something to the table, it would be different. Like I watched Code Fam and how when he was on the panel with James Caldwell, Spiller Boy, and it was just like he
Mhm.
was groveling, like, please, why won't you accept me, please? I'm like,
And
what the
is
heck?
that the one who was blocked too, who kept asking to be unblocked? Is that the same
Yes,
person?
that's him,
So
Carrie.
you see, the energy is different when they're dealing with men.
Much different, much
Wow.
different.
Okay.
And James was just unbudged. He was not. He wouldn't budge, and that was killing him. That he couldn't, because it seems like they have this whole conquering spirit. Like they want to conquer
Yep.
this area and conquer that channel, and and we're gonna
Mhm.
they. It's like they kind of behind the scenes amongst each other figure out how they're going to infiltrate the beef sector, because we're
Of
just
course they did.
it's just like so obvious to me,
Foot Soldier says that was an act with him trying to be cool with. Oh, so Foot Soldier, you think he was over there just trying to be cool with him?
Ah,
You know,
that makes
let,
sense.
unblock me. He wants to get in over there because James has the numbers.
Yes, because that's
James has the
exactly
numbers.
that's where the
You have
numbers
a
are.
point, Foot Soldier. You
Mm-hmm.
do have a point.
That is where the numbers are. Thank you,
Hmm.
Sophia. Thank you. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at, and it's just like, and then you hear their stories when you listen to some of their content, and the way their history, like Shakim and had Code Fam had to put a restraining order on Shakim, and now they're best friends,
And
and now
now
they're
they're
support.
cool.
Uh,
What?
that's
It's
weird.
crazy.
I
That
mean,
is.
if I had
Well,
to
you know
put,
what? Judging
Mhm.
by some of the stuff that happened over here, I've seen some stuff that people do to like another CC, and then they could be in court and stuff, and then they're cool again. So, or they'll meet each other and they're cool, and then
Next thing you know, they're in court
Right.
or they're
And I'm
hating
talking
each
about
other.
years of seeing this. I'm not talking about the recent one that
Yeah,
happened, you know.
I agree. I agree. It's
They
weird
get
to me.
doxxed by the person and then they're cool again, you know?
I,
So, but that is weird though. You had a whole restraining order on this person and now you're the one, you know, hyping them up
yeah,
and encouraging them to come over here and do stuff
it's
and
weird to
trying to
me.
that is weird. That's some weird
Mhm.
shit. So you've been hearing a lot of stories about them too, you say? Oh no, she dropped. Oh, I think something happened. I don't know what happened, but she fell off. I hope she may realize after a while that she fell off. I don't know. That wasn't me. I don't think I removed. I think she fell off. Foot Soldier says yes, that was a whole act over there. They're making people think they're cool and stuff. Okay. I don't necessarily have anything against them because there's no reason for me to have anything against them. Absolutely not. There's no reason. I have no real reason to be against them. But for me, I don't like people being forced on me. For me, I don't like people who are disrespectful towards black women. But then there are some women who don't demand any type of respect based on their behaviors too. But at the same time, I don't like people being fake either. And this whole coming over here and being cool, and I don't watch them enough to know much about what they do or not do. I don't even know half of their names. I only know two names actually. Well, three now because I heard about D. Durrell. I guess that's the one who throws the money out and stuff. But I don't encourage male chauvinistic behavior. It's just not my thing. I I don't like it. You know, I don't believe in this whole thing about male dominance type thing. I don't believe in people thinking that women are beneath them. I don't do that type of thing. I think that respect is just a mutual thing, should be a mutual thing. And I am not easily influenced by money. It's not like I have anything to offer, but I'm just saying. And um I don't like when there's just too much of the same thing over and over and over and over. So every panel you go to or every channel you go to, I get it, they're the shiny new toys and stuff over here, but there's no variety anymore because everywhere you go you're seeing them. And you could tell that it's not like it's a coincidence they came over here. You could tell they came with the intentions to quote unquote conquer, and like what is there to be conquered in a beef sector? This is freaking YouTube, you know. But I digress. But you could tell they came with a plan. It's the disingenuous type of behaviors for me. I'm just saying it's that part, being disingenuous, you know. I think Jackie's phone may have died or something because I don't see her in the chat anymore and she got cut off. Sophie says she doesn't watch them. Foot Soldier says sure. There is. Remember, pay attention to their behavior. Foot Soldier says they are trying to build their channels. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's how they do it. I tend to agree with you on Foot Soldier. If it entails disrespect, I'm not about that, you know? So I kind of get what you're saying there. And the whole idea, oh, we're going to make it rain over here, you know, it just shows how easy it is to be influenced by money. Some people are going to say get your cash. I don't pocket watch. I don't care about, you know, people and their money. Get your coins. But what is going to happen in the long term when they come and use you up? You may think you're using them too by taking their money, but they're also taking your subscribers. People have a right to go and watch and go places they want to, but they're going to eventually turn on you. Eventually, that's going to happen. They're going to eventually start to compete with you. You know, already we're hearing people crying about people going live while they're alive. Like, I didn't know that, you know, people had to seek permission to go live or be mindful of newcomers when they go live, you know. But I guess that's their agreement. I guess they are friends now, so they could do that with them. I don't know. Sophie says they talk about the same things over and over. If I'm going to take the money, well, what do I have to offer, foot soldier? And the next question is, why do I need their money? That's the real thing. Why? What am I what would be the reason why I need their money is the real question, you know? I think they should stay to the bigger channels and give them their money, you know? Why would they be offering it to me is the second question. So the first question is, why do I need your money? That's the first question. And then the second question is, why did you think you needed to offer me money? That's the thing. Maybe some of the CCs need to think about that. Paying to be co-host. Can you imagine paying someone to be a co-host? That's the weirdest shit. But I guess because they have their eyes on the prize, that's their business. I'm just saying. I would never pay anyone to be able to click the a link that is free to go on a channel. But to each their own, you know. I'm just saying, to each his own. Um, I can't speak much about them because I don't watch them enough, and it's nothing like not like I have an issue, but nah, I'm good. Mm-mm. Sophie, from what I see or hear, it's mostly the woman because I have not heard about them giving money to any males over here from what I can recall. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I don't know. But from what I can see, it's the females. So when this little period, this little phase dies down with the newbies, then I'll start frequenting the other channels that I watch or used to watch. That's when I'll start going back. But for right now, I'm cool on them. You know, nothing against them or anything, but for right now, I'm cool on them. Um, it's nothing different from the other people who have been over here. I keep reminding you, I can't remember all the names, but one sticks out to me. The name of that person was Stacks because Kimmy was all head over heels over Stacks. And not Kimmy, I mean the celebrity pig was all head over heels over Stacks. I remember over by Brianna. This was like 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years, probably, yeah. And they used to click her link all the time. It's this is not the first time, like new men come and they're entertained and stuff. So it's nothing. It's content for the sector if you really think about it. But like them coming over here doing what they're doing, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. So I know that after a while we won't hear about them again, probably, just like we don't hear much about Stacks and them other guys anymore. So this is just a phase. It will pass. It will pass. Let me see. Foot Soldier says it's kind of like when you go to a bar and the guy offers you a drink while expecting something in return. Okay. Hey, Angela. How are you? Jackie, I kind of figured Jackie. Jackie says her phone died. I kind of figured because once you fell off and I didn't see you in the chat anymore, I kind of figured that maybe that's what happened. Last night before I went to bed, I peeped. No, last night when I finished my live here and I went and peeped over by Pizarro. Um, what's going on over there with this heat and her mic? It doesn't matter how expensive your microphone is, Celebrity Camel, aka this heat. It doesn't matter how expensive your microphone is. It still sounds like trash. It still sounds like trash, girl. So apparently she was over there arguing with Joanna because she's making her moves out here now because she's trying to start up her new channel. So she's gonna be making rounds on people's channels for panels for right now. You're gonna see a lot of her, but she needs to fix that microphone. You know, they think that the louder person is always the winner, but she keeps turning that microphone up and it sounds so disgusting. Ugh, I am sick of your microphone. I am sick of your microphone. Ugh, I am sick of your microphone, girl. You and Ness, because you're the one who bought that microphone for Ness too. What is going on with those two microphones? Every time you guys come, you are trying to focus so hard on being loud enough on the panel so nobody overtalks you, but your microphone is crappy. And people were there in the chat telling her to check her audio out. Um, Even Pizarro was telling her to check her audio out. I didn't last more than 5 10 minutes over there because I went to sleep. But she needs to get that microphone sorted out. Doesn't she listen to like the lives? You should listen to go back and red ball when you click those links. Celebrity Camel, I know you may be in here, maybe not, because other people are live too, but you should at least listen to yourselves when you click on a panel. Go back and red ball through to realize what is going on with your microphones. It is crazy how you sound out here, and you think you're doing the thing. You think you're doing the thing. So get your microphone fixed. Turn it down or something because when you get louder it's so distorted I can't hear nothing, and I don't whenever they turn their microphones up I just leave. I always do. I always do because it sounds so bad. But Soldier says everyone argues with Joanna. But what did Joanna do though? I wonder what happened this time why they're arguing. I didn't stay long enough to know. Jackie says now everyone is getting a boom mic. They have started a trend. Yeah, but it's really crazy though, because it sounds so bad when it's turned up. It really is. What? There we go. Watching from Cloud9 says when they turn up those mics, I leave. You have to. If you want to keep your hearing in check, you have to. If you want to keep your pressure down, you have to. If you want to secure your eardrums, you have to. I think because she's a camel. I think because camels tend to spit a lot. So I think that because she's a camel, maybe that's the reason why her microphone sounds like that because she spits a lot in the mic. Camels really tend to spit a lot. If you do a quick search on Google, you'll see it. So maybe that's what's affecting her microphone. I don't know. You can probably check that out. I don't know. Let me see. Sophie Sophia says, I listen to the sector with headphones and I hate it. Yeah, Sophie. I usually have my headphones in because I multitask when I'm listening on here and I'll drop in the chat a time or two. So it's really hard listening when those two persons in particular. Do you notice those are the only two persons that their microphone sounds like shit on here when they get loud? It's because this heat bought two microphones and she sent Ness one. You guys remember? I remember. She's the one who bought that microphone. Ronnie Q says she thinks it sounds good because it drowns out everyone else. That's what they think. However, it sounds so bad to the ears. It just shows she's too insecure to hear opposing views. You're right. You are right. So they think that by over talking people, drowning people out with their microphones, it makes what they're saying better. It makes them look better and stuff. And you have to also remember they're putting on a show, and they don't want to be embarrassed in front of so many people. And that is where the insecurity comes in too. Oh, she says she doesn't care. Oh Lord. Sophie says I don't watch anymore. Sophie, everything has a phase. So it's a phase around here. So like this phase will go too. So it's not that I don't like the people that I watch, but like some of the stuff that happens on their channel, I can't watch it anymore. Especially if it's the same thing over and over. Especially if there's blatant disrespect, scant regards for your supporters. So I tend to not be around there that much. But Soldier says, I'll take your word. Yeah, she had one too. Did she get a new one? Because I remember her saying somewhere, where was I when she said she bought a new microphone and she was excited to use her microphone. But these microphones, I suggest that you guys listen to the live streams after. I mean, these people who are going up there with their boom microphones. Come on, man. You are Why are you doing this to the subscribers' eardrums? That's the thing. I'm just saying, why are you doing it to us? It's really awful. That was really bad last night, come to think of it. It was really bad. No wonder I fell asleep even faster. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it at all. That's that on that. I don't have that's all I let me do like Ronnie Q. That's all I got. I gotta go. I don't know what else to talk about. I've spoken about the very little I've seen on here. I haven't seen enough to be able to talk about it. Oh, you mean foot? Oh, you mean when camels spit a lot. Camels spit a lot. So I don't know if that is what over the months. Oh, I have somebody in the back. I don't know if. Let me try to get this person up real quick. Camels tend to spit a lot, so I don't know because she's had that microphone for months, maybe a year now. So maybe that's what is causing the microphone to be jacked up like that. We have a visitor, guys. Did you ring the bell?
Ring the bell.
You can ring my bell. Go.
Ding a ling a ling.
Hey, let me remove this thing real quick. I can't find it. Oops. Where is it? I can't remove it. Hey, TC.
Hey, how are you? Good morning.
How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I was just coming up to say good morning. Good morning to your chat and to let you know I realized that you hadn't gotten to, what we were talking about and
Hmm.
understood. I was just wondering though, and because I didn't quite understand, there was I guess a storm or something, and was I didn't understand that. Like,
Which
was it like
storm? Where?
a storm and it was like I don't know. I saw it on your in your on your um
Oh, on my community wall. Well, you
yes.
see, what happened was that eclipse the other day. I don't know if there's a correlation, but a few coconut trees got knocked down, and it kind of, dismantled.
Okay.
It kind of broke my hut down.
Okay.
It's not true,
Okay.
TC. You're
You
just
know what?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me be serious. So a storm happened. For those who are just coming in, cue the music. Hold. I need to get some violins in the back. Hold on. One
Yeah.
second.
Lord.
Hold
So drama. So much drama. Just
can't
amazing.
even keep a straight face. Wait, one second. Okay, so here's what happened.
Okay.
One day, I was laying down in bed and I heard this crash on my roof. When I looked, all I saw was coconut trees. I just saw coconuts everywhere, and I had to run out. I had to grab the children. I had to just leave. When I came out and I looked, half of my roof was gone. How is it going with the violin? Is it okay? Violin
Okay.
work? Yeah.
I,
So
yeah.
my roof got damaged. So I figured since everyone was begging, I could come out here and beg for some assistance to repair my roof. The roof of my mud thatched house, my mud house. Hold on. So I'm just saying, if there is anyone, wrong violin, wrong violin. If there's anyone who could help me, maybe I need to play in the arms of an angel or the whatever. Um,
Okay.
contribute to to the fund to help Very Carrie restore her roof. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so is
I'm getting
this,
emotional, TC. I TC, I can't believe my roof fell down like that.
you're a really good actress
Yes.
because I don't know whether or not to believe this or not. So I'll go back and I'll read and watch this, whatever. Okay. Uh, okay. So,
I'm
wow.
getting emotional just thinking about it. Oh.
Wow. Don't do that.
Anyways, and scene. I tried. So I was just thinking that since people are out here, being homeless, I got homeless too. And I wasn't poking fun at the person in particular. I was just saying, tag me in so I can, beg money too.
Oh, see,
That's
I
all.
gotta get it. I gotta get with the program. Okay. Or else I'm.
Were you coming up? Hold on. Were you coming up to give me a donation, TC?
I was actually, but
Oh,
I really thought, okay.
at least one person believes me. Oh my god, I've been working so hard at selling this story.
I
TC,
mean, I
that's
could
so
still.
sweet of you.
Okay.
Oh, oh.
Mm.
I got through to one person of all the hundreds and thousands, well, all the thousands of people in this sector. One person. Oh my god, I appreciate that, TC. Oh,
Yeah. I don't. We shouldn't like broadcast it because I don't know if that's a good thing since everybody else got it and I didn't. I'm feeling
oh,
some
you
kind
know
of
what?
way
I
here.
had done a live. Maybe that's what happened. You missed the live because I made it up in a live stream, and the moment I finished the live stream, I just put it on my community wall. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
that's what. So, like, if you notice, some people are in the comment section laughing because they got it because it's a joke actually.
It's
So
a
they
joke.
got it. Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad that we got this finalized. Funny.
Right. My
You are
is okay.
funny. Okay. I mean, I could still always give a donation, but I had
I
come up for
appreciate
that,
that.
and just to let you know about the that whenever you get to it, that'll be great because just so many things. I don't know if you remember, we had an earthquake here in Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Oh no, I'm out of here, gone." So yeah,
I'm
it
glad
was
you're
amazing.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, it was. We felt it, like we felt it immediately,
Mm.
immediately. So it was amazing.
Was
But
that?
yeah,
I'm happy that you're doing okay though. You said
yeah,
you had to get out. I've experienced several earthquakes, and when everybody was around me screaming and stuff, I'm calmly looking around trying to figure out where I need to go place myself, if I should go out in the open or not, or do I go as they claim cover your head and stuff. So I don't tend to get like I don't panic easily,
right,
but all that screaming and stuff that was going on around me, that was the weirdest shit. Like, how do you think when you? I know it's natural to be fearful of your life and stuff, but you gotta have a cool head so you can think about what to do so you can make good moves. I'm
right.
just
And listen to instruction, or just
right.
be aware. And one thing that Jay Wilson always says, cooler heads prevail. So
Yep.
you do, and especially in those emergency situations. I didn't say anything, I felt it. And then I went ahead and I googled real quick, and then my mother called me immediately, and
Mhm.
she thinks she's she's a meteorologist now, that she's retired, so she's my inbred meteorologist. And
Mm.
she said, did you feel that it was a 4.8 on the Richter scale?
I was
And
just about to ask you what magnitude it was. Go ahead,
um,
sorry.
for us it was 4.8.
That was like 2 weeks ago, right?
It was the
Mm.
Friday before the eclipse.
Right.
So I said,
So
when she said that, I packed up And I didn't say a word. I just packed up and I told everybody, have a great weekend.
So you did you? Can you? Were you worried about the aftershocks and stuff? Is that why you decided to pack up?
No, I wasn't worried about anything because
Oh,
I wasn't waiting for it.
you said I'm out of here.
I'm done. I'm out. No need for instruction. I just got up, went on my way quick,
Mm-mm.
quickly. So yeah, yeah, that was easy. It was easy for me. I don't, people, that was good for them to. They did make announcements. And if I'm not mistaken, they said that it stemmed from Jersey, but
Mm-hmm.
Jersey's right over the bridge, right? It's like right over the bridge. So we
Yeah.
like, I'm not waiting around for it to
It's
get,
later
especially.
on that I found. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's right over the bridge. Like I see the bridge from where I am, So where in Jersey is it? Like because it's right there, and we had an opportunity to see. Sometimes you can see some things shift even in an earthquake. It was interesting. We saw
Yeah.
the shift.
Glad you're okay though, and it wasn't, any
Yeah,
worse. I
nah,
was so I panicked a little bit because I have family in New York and New Jersey, but at the time I was more worried about those in New York. But I'm glad everybody's okay. You know,
exactly.
that was a scary moment
It was
for me.
interesting. Yeah, yes, definitely. But 4.8 is nothing to, it's not anything to brush away.
Oh,
It's
wait, right.
you know,
It's
it when
pretty strong.
when you feel a 4.8, you trust me, you felt it. We felt it like 3 times.
Mm. And you have to always look out for those aftershocks because that's when things keep falling down, and you never know if your
Exactly,
structure is strong enough, what will happen.
exactly, and that's the key right there. The aftershock.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I said
So
let
how
me
have you been
just.
doing otherwise? I'm happy.
I'm great.
I'm
I'm great. I'm just up because I'm gonna be catching a plane. So I
oh,
just
you're
said
going
before.
to travel. Is it to that place you were talking about?
No, no, no. This is
Okay.
something else. A friend of mine is defending, and her dissertation,
Okay. Okay.
and so I'm gonna be there to support her because she's just like the she's great, great, great person. So
Okay.
yep, I'm just waiting. If I go to sleep, then I'm not gonna make it to the airport.
You're gonna
So
be
I
really
figure,
tired too.
yeah. So
You get enough
this is the
sleep
time.
before? Like me,
Hmm.
I'm only up because I went to bed early today.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah.
But
All
yeah.
right. Well, all the best to you and your friend with
Yeah,
her.
I'm excited getting her PhD. Only like 40 something years old. I said, you go, girl. Do your thing. Just
Course.
do
And
it.
it's nice you're there supporting her.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She's
She's
gonna
got her
present
little.
her research, girl, and you be there.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I guess you could say I was one of her samples or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how it all kind of, unfolds.
Okay. I haven't
Yeah.
seen you live on your channel in a while. I went checking for you the other day, and you removed quite a lot
Never,
of videos too.
I've never been live on my channel.
So why is it only like saw like 3 videos?
Well, I do a lot of videos with other people, so I've done collaborations. I was when
That
Tita,
too.
remember Tita Talks?
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
was
I
I
was
was
looking for you the other day. I'm like, I haven't seen TC in a little bit, and I
so
did end up
when
seeing that.
I visited Tita, then
That's the
I had
one with Anthony.
yes, that's
I was
right.
watching that one too.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Keep yeah, because once I do my thing with my channel, then I'll be pulling those snippets, shorties as they
I could
call
have
them.
sworn I saw videos on your channel. Now I don't see anything, but oh well.
You know.
But I notice you do collaborations and stuff. And you're
Yeah, I
all
like that.
good job, always going out and good. Let me say thank you for your service. You're not in the military, but you know what I mean, because you're always
Yes.
out and about, engaging in projects that help the community and stuff. So, you know, good job on that. When I hear
Thank you.
about stuff that you do, you're always helping. It's always for some cause that you're supporting. So it's not always beef sector type stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well, you have to have, yeah, we do things in life, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting, and I just love to see it when my young people are moving on up, and they get it when they get it,
Mhm.
because when I'm as being a person who's not a parent, I can only imagine what it feels like for a parent to see and watch their child grow up, and then to watch them get things like they
Yeah,
get it, like when they get that aha moment.
that moment, right.
That is amazing. And it's amazing for me because I saw an aha moment yesterday, for a young man, and he says, "I got it, Miss TC." And when he
Mm,
said it to me,
made you
I
feel really
heard
good.
him and I knew he got it.
That's good.
And that made my heart smile.
Right.
So that, so for, I give it up to all the parents out here and grandparents, because it was a grandparent who got in contact with me because of Tita Talks,
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
and all that kind of good stuff. And that's what happens around here. And even with the stuff that goes on, there's still an undercurrent. Let's break it down. The undercurrent of networking and things that are happening while we help each other. And
Mm,
this is what happened. So when that young man got what I was asking him for, I heard it in his belly,
mm-hmm.
and that makes me happy.
Made you feel a sense of accomplishment, right?
Exactly. It makes me feel, yes, like God,
Like
I
you
was
got
put here for that.
right. I got
Yeah.
you.
But anyway, I said, let me just give you a call. Give you a call. Let me just come up here on this StreamYard right quick. Uh, I'm gonna be away, so don't worry about the patois yet. Okay. Um,
Okay, cool.
take your time and
Okay.
all of that good
So
stuff.
when you're leaving, what are you? Let me see if you were learning anything from last year. When you're gonna leave the panel and you're saying "see you later," what are you gonna say? Let's hear it.
Wow.
Ooh, she doesn't remember.
I was gonna say Wagwan, but that's a whole totally different.
Wagwan. Wagwan means hello or what's going on here.
I know that doesn't leave. That's not leaving.
Starts with a L.
La, 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 la.
Mm-mm. We really need to go back to school with this patois thing.
I have to write things down. I'm from that generation. We write it down, and
All
then
right.
we say it like remember, we
If
write
you
it down,
bet you
and then
remember
we
right.
write it down 3 times, right?
Oh, times. Oh, not
Yeah,
3 times though. Okay.
yeah, 3 times, and then we write it in a sentence. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's my generation, and that's how we remember stuff. And then
Fine.
and then we put it together in a paragraph.
Okay, there you go. But it's a little more. I'll see. What you want to say it later? You say a little more. So I'm gonna say a little more. All
Look
right,
more, look
a little
more.
more.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So safe flight. Let me say
Yeah.
that safe flight, and
Yes,
make sure you get enough sleep because you said you've been up and then you're gonna travel. Make sure you get enough sleep. I
exactly.
can't
Yeah.
sleep on the plane thing. I've tried a few times. It's not that easy.
No,
Um,
it's not.
torture on those 4-hour flights though, but uh, get some rest, girl. I was
It
about to
shouldn't be.
ask
It's not
you
going
what
to be
time.
too long. It's not going to
Okay,
be too long. It should be about 2 hour flight.
domestic. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But
take
anyway,
care. And I'm
Oh,
thank you for thinking about my mud hut fund. That was so nice of you. At least I have people on here who really care about me. So thank you for inquiring. Okay.
all righty. All right now.
All
No
right.
problem. Take care.
All right. Little more.
Look more. Yeah, there
All
we go.
right.
Peace.
That was TC. Thank you for coming up, TC. I've been having fun with you guys. I was about to leave because that's all I got. Hold on. How does Ronnie Q say? That's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. I don't know anything else happening in the sector. Not that we have to talk about anything that happens in the sector. I'm just here to keep back with you guys because a girl slept early this evening and I am up. I am up. I am bright eyed and bushy tailed. You hear me? Matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm going to cook for tomorrow. hmm That's what I'm going to do. We talked about just about everything. We talked about food challenges. We talked about the Umarians that are here. We talked about a while ago my little mud hut. We talked about not knowing much about the TMO and King Roman situation. We spoke about the Sims character. We spoke about that little clip, that whole neighborhood thing. Um, and how it has affected it brought a little drama to the streets. We spoke a little bit about what happened over there by Uppiti's channel with Ness and her girl. I don't know what to make of the two, but I wish them all the best. What else did we talk about? We talked about mostly the Umar boys. Shout out to Jay Dunn for coming up. Shout out to Talent. Shout out to Jackie who was up here earlier on. And shout out to TC. I appreciate you guys for clicking the link. And I always, as always, I do appreciate those who pass through, and type in the chat because, not everybody likes clicking on links. Oh, and we talked about the challenge. Did I say that already? I don't know. Talked about the challenges. A few people say they're tired of it and stuff. Um, it just is what it is. It's content at the end of the day, but then some people may not enjoy that aspect of it. Watching from Cloud9 says, "Good life, Carrie. Time for me to go to bed. I'm gonna be cooking right now. That's what I have. Too much energy to go back to sleep at this point. So that's what I'll be doing and getting stuff prepared for tomorrow. That's what I'll be doing. Um, Oh, please remember, guys, support. I dropped two links in the chat earlier on. It's Sophie's link at Sophie Sophia. She's in here. And I also dropped who else's link? What's her name? Jackie's link. It's somewhere up there in the top. So here goes her link too. She is considering doing beef sector material. Oh, and we also talked about that too, about new CCs who want to do content and they may be hesitant to start their channel because of some of the stuff they've seen on here, people trying to dox them and stuff. And it's quite unfortunate that people can't just be themselves and come on here and start a channel without having to worry about people trying to pry into their personal lives. Like, why do you need to know people's business? I'm just saying real quick. Shout out to Rita. I'm just saying, why do you need to know about what's going on in people's personal lives? Oh, here, Ronnie Q dropped my cash app. This is for the Mud Hut Fund. And I forgot I could put my thing up here. Somebody sent me a cash app. I didn't mention it earlier on. I'm not sure who it is. Let me find it. I'm not going to read the message, but I must say that I'm not so sure what to do with the information. Let me see. For the person who sent me that cash app earlier on with a little note in it, I don't know where to go to find this information or um if it is something that came. Oh, you know what? Maybe they sent it as one of the things happening in the streets. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is cuz I wasn't so sure. Okay. I think I'll go check on that cuz I don't know much about it. So maybe tomorrow night when I get back on here, because girl, I am back on here at nights. Okay. Once I get my sleep in during the day, I am back here at I mean in the evenings, I am on here. I'm just chilling. I'm just kicking back at nights. So now I'm here. Okay. Now I'm here because these are the hours I used to be on here, matter of fact, like, at nighttime when I just started my channel and was a little bit more consistent back then. Yeah, so I'll be kicking it once I have the time, you know. But for the person who sent the Cash App regarding that, I guess I'll go find out first so I can talk about it. But I haven't heard anything about it, so just to make sure I respond to the person. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go now. It's been 2 hours and some minutes, and that's enough time for me to be talking on here. I appreciate everyone who supports. The last thing I was saying, um, was that there are some people who want to start their channels, and it's quite unfortunate that they have to be thinking about whether or not people are going to dox them. It shouldn't be that way. And then at the end of the day, some of the older folk, well, not older, the persons who've been here for a long time, CCs, are saying they want back the good old days of the beef sector. But with the good old days came those doxing too. The good old days came with some really, really sick behavior. And some of you are fucking sick too. I'll tell you that much. Some of you are fucking sick bit. I don't want to. Some of you are sick. Some of the ones who are, most vocal about this thing about protecting the beef sector. I'm just going to say that you know who you are. You sick bitch. You may be up in my clouds right now too because you're one of the psychos over here. I'm just saying. And that is one of the reasons why people don't want to come. It's because of sick people like you why some people don't want to come and show themselves on here or make matches. One of the things that people don't understand is that people are trying to protect their family, especially people with young children. People are trying to protect their businesses. They cannot afford to put their family in harm's way for a measly cash app over here and some freaking super chats and shit, you know, and for some notoriety over here to be seen as somebody over here. You can you imagine having like really young children doing absolutely nothing to anyone on here, and people come on here putting your address out and putting your children in harm's way? Just imagine that, these are some of the things that these sick people don't think about. I'm just saying. Some sick people don't think about those things. So you are trying to hurt the individual you don't like, but you're putting their family in harm's way. And that is just really sick. That's all I gotta say. And some of you people are losing jobs over beef sector shit. I've heard about 3 people so far, well, 4, who've lost their jobs because of freaking beef sector. Can you imagine that? People calling their jobs because of some crap on here. Can you imagine you spending too much time on YouTube and losing your job because you're always on your computer or your phone listening and going on panels? I remember a long time ago when well, not a long time ago, a few years ago. What's her name? Nicole. Do you remember when Nicole used to click on panels while she was working and she was shouting and screaming? Does anybody remember that? Somebody has to remember Nicole. When Nicole is her name Nicole? Yeah. Yeah. She used to click on the links and she used to be screaming at the top of her voice. She used to be coming claiming she was defending herself. Did I get her name right? Is her name Nicole? Yeah. Is it Nicole? Yeah, it's Nicole. And you could tell she works at like a school or something because the children, you could hear them in the back. She'd be in the bathroom screaming at her phone and clicking on the link every minute to so-called defend herself. Like people are out here acting reckless and losing their jobs and not doing their jobs because they're on YouTube. That's some weird shit. That's some weird shit. People over here losing their jobs because of YouTube. You have to do better. I'm just saying. So it's not only that people are calling your jobs or, contacting your jobs, it's also that some of you are neglecting your jobs because you're too busy clicking on YouTube, clicking on panels, or just listening in and not focus on your work. We have to be adults. We have to be responsible. I'm just saying. And if there are times when you need to get off of here, sometimes you just have to do that. Go away for a bit and come back. You're still gonna come back to the same thing. Just remember that it's the same thing. People will still be falling out over here. People will still be disingenuous. You're still gonna see the same thing. Okay. I think I've spoken enough for the night. Um, oops, hold on. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, um, and share the video. I appreciate the thumbs up. Please remember, um, apart from my hot fund, there is another fund. Hold on, it's this one.
Very Carrie needs your help. All the dumb bitch does is speak patois. We need to help her forget all about her culture so she can speak with an American accent and fit in. Please contribute to the Learn to Speak English Foundation and get her enrolled in the Rosetta Stone courses. Classes are starting soon. She will learn grammar, accent training, vocabulary building and formation of sentences to name a few. Please help the poor dumb bitch. Help her enroll in an English class today. Cash App $Carrie Ray 16. We now return to regular programming.
A girl needs to learn how to speak English. Okay. That girl I need for the office speak English. Okay. Before I go, let me look to see who is live. I think I saw Lemon live earlier on. I don't know who else is. And I'm seeing that Noble is live. What Noble got going on over there? Does anybody know anything new with Noble? I haven't dropped in his chat in a while. Um, Let me see who else is live so I could tell you. Ooh, Roniki will be going live in a few hours. Set your notifications. So she'll be going live in about 4 hours with the morning live for some people who claim they're people who don't do morning lives over here. But I know Ronnie Q does. I know Dovey. I can see her at 4 in the mornings. Um, I know Reed maybe go a little bit later on in the morning. I know Pizarro used to come on live. Um, who else? Yeah. YouTube Cameras is live. And guess who is on the panel? YouTube Cameras is live. Shakim is on the panel. Okay. They are everywhere. They are networking like a mother. You hear me? But that's that on that. I gotta go. Shout out to my mods. Thank you, Ronnie Q, for passing through, and for those other mods if you're in the clouds, or for those who are watching on the replay. Shout out to you guys too. YouTube Cameras is live. You can go check her out. Support people who are here doing their channels. They don't have to have big numbers, but they are giving you content. So support her. Support the newer content creators. Kenna H does commentary. I don't know if Kenna is still in here. Sophie Sophia has content. Um, and Jackie is considering content. Support them. Everybody who is supposedly a big CC over here right now, they were once small CCs too. They were once, getting small numbers too. So you can start your own channel, you can do your own thing and become what you want on here. And that's it. That's all. I gotta go. Have a wonderful night or what's left of it. Wonderful morning, wonderful day to those who are just coming in. I appreciate you. Please remember to like the video, share, and subscribe. I am really out of here. I'm gonna go cook. Um, I'm gonna go prepare something to eat, and, get ready for the day ahead. Thank you to everyone who clicked the link. Shout out again to Jay Dunn, Talent, Jackie, TC, everyone who came up. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you in the next live, which is tonight. Bye.